Alright, how's it going, guys? It's Alex from the Nerd Hub Radio, and we have a podcast going tonight. It's surprising, but we have Bob and
Hi.
Nathan with us today.
What's up?
Woo! Everyone's
What's
here. And, we're doing a podcast for once. It only took us, 2 hours to set up?
Something
Yeah,
like
we just
that.
sat around and listened to Nathan go over and over.
Yeah, I found out that when you buy a computer case, that don't use the front jacks for audio. They're crappy. They're terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's so terrible.
Yep. I don't even have... Mine can't even, plug in because I guess the cord to connect them to my motherboard is on the other side of my computer case. So they can't even reach, so I don't even have them on.
Just put Mountain Dew on it. It's good.
Yeah.
Makes everything work
sure.
right.
It'll fix it.
Mhm.
It'll fix it.
It's the protein.
The protein.
Okay.
It has electrolytes.
Okay. So what have you guys been up to? What have you been playing?
I have been playing a crap load of Magic the Gathering video
Dude,
game.
me too. I've been playing Magic the Gathering only with real cards.
Sweet. Sweet. Well, I got into it, and then I go play with some guys on Wednesdays, but I was like, man, I really want to play at home. Like, you know what? I'll buy this Planeswalker game, and it's really, really good. Like, it's
Yeah,
good.
I played a little bit of the Xbox game, and it just seems like knowing how to play Magic for real with cards, there are so many little nuances about the game. I just can't imagine really playing a legitimate game on the Xbox. I just
No,
can't imagine it.
No, it actually
It's-
captures it pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's oh yeah, Alex got it too.
Yeah, I did.
Because I have put like 60 or
Dude, you
65
guys,
hours
We
into
should
it on
play
Steam.
Magic on Xbox against each other. Like, I didn't realize you guys even knew anything about Magic.
Yeah, we
No, we
played
do.
for a while.
We played each other. Well, we did it on Steam though. They have that same
Yeah.
game on Steam.
Uh-huh.
But it's really good, and like some of the challenges, like I've played a lot of Magic, and I learned a
Oh,
lot
those
playing
challenges
it,
are
and
so
those challenges
hard.
are so hard.
Oh
It's like,
my
hey,
goodness.
guess what? You got 7 cards in your hand. You got 2 life. The other dude has like 17. Kill him in his turn.
It's like
And if
chess
you don't-
puzzles.
If you don't
Yeah,
kill him
exactly.
if you don't kill him in one turn, then you lose the challenge. And there's some really hard ones, like you had to like order the cards on top of your library. It was just, oh my god. People that don't know
That's
Magic are
awesome.
gonna be like, what?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, me and a friend, we just, on a whim, we were like, hey, let's get some trading cards. So we were like, screw it, let's just start playing with trading cards. So the first thing we did was we were like, let's buy Pokemon cards. Because he used to play with
Pokemon
Pokemon cards
cards.
way back in the day. So we got Pokemon cards, and we played one game of Pokemon. We were like, fuck this. We went back to the store and got Magic the Gathering.
Well,
You
we
should
could
totally get it.
we could all go play Pokemon right now because they have the free online TCG.
Yeah.
So we could all go play it. All go play Pokemon
Oh, that would
right
suck
now.
so much.
Oh man.
You guys, we could
Get
just play RuneScape and just talk in the chat.
Yeah, we should. We should play RuneScape. No, because your computer can hardly handle RuneScape, Bob.
Dude, my computer could handle... nothing can't handle RuneScape.
Yeah,
I can
RuneScape-
play RuneScape on my Nintendo DS.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, if you have like a ham sandwich, you put it. People play RuneScape. People
So,
still play it, which is just like blows
Yeah,
my-
a lot of people do.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
Well, my
Nate,
friends from or not my friends, but my cousins from Holland are down here for my sister's wedding, which is in 2 days, and they said that a lot of people in Holland play RuneScape like we in America play WoW. Like in Europe,
Really?
yeah, like Europe, it's really big or something. So it's kind of weird.
guys.
Yeah, poor them.
So Nate, so you play Magic, like, do you play
Yeah.
with physical cards?
Yes. Yeah, I have some guys that get together. Remember the gaming club where we all met?
The
Uh,
Game
I-
Society.
I started going there again. We have a gaming club at the local college. We started a long time ago, and that's how all 3 of us met. But we do a Magic night every Wednesday, and I started going back to the club because I'm finishing up my degree this year. So we're like doing
You're finally
physical
graduating.
Magic,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
We do it. It's so much fun though. We play chaos games. We even got like one of the teachers just like trying to learn. She's like, I don't know, older.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Keeps playing
Speaking of
Yu-Gi-Oh
graduating,
cards.
Nate, when you graduate, we're gonna host a like weekend or week-long video gaming party for you finally graduating.
Yes.
So
I will
I'll see if I can
definitely
get
do
like a if I can get a like use one of my parents' like timeshares or whatever, since they have like a ton of them, and pay them for it, and we'll all just meet down here in San Antonio for a week and just play video games.
Oh, that would be amazing.
It would be.
It would be like I know y'all came to those gaming
Yeah, at your
parties I
house.
used to have. It was the
Yeah.
longest one started on Friday afternoon, and
And it did,
I
like-
physically kicked people out of my house Sunday night.
I remember that. I was there.
I'm like, like, I have gotten no sleep in 3 days because there's like 4 people here sleeping on the floor. I mean, when we started, it was like 15.
That
But
was
guys
so
Sunday
much
Sunday
fun.
3
night-
cases of land shark and ate my 4 DiGiorno's.
Yeah, exactly. All my land shark, man. It was all gone.
That was
No,
amazing.
I think that weekend y'all two were actually there because I remember doing just a shitload of Halo 3
Oh yeah.
custom
Sure, he
maps.
kicked me out in the end because I didn't have shit to do that weekend.
No, that's when we were doing when I was showing. I think I showed y'all the. Remember the mine hack where you could make as many mines as you wanted
Yeah.
in a Halo?
Yeah.
And no, we made that constantly exploding room.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so much fun.
That was
So-
hilarious.
so-
And we all tried to jump on the platform and try not to get killed by the platform.
No, for the viewers though, it's like if you remember Halo 3, there's one real small. I think it's called Guardian. Is that a Guardian? No, Epitaph. I think it's a real small 2 hallways, and there's this floating, bendy platform, and we just put like shit tons of fusion coils up there, and so when you started the game, the weight of the fusion coils would just dump off, and they'd all explode, and they had a respawn of 0 seconds, so like they keep blowing up and flinging around like
And they'd fling the platform around,
Yeah.
like it would go all the way to the other ends of the
Oh, man, it was
hall.
nuts.
Yeah, because we made it perfect. We made it first and it worked so good, but then we made it perfect, and then it was too perfect, and the stupid platform would get stuck in the ceiling and it couldn't come down.
And then it would like,
If you ever
or like
touched
you'd
it,
be
it would just kill
walking.
you immediately.
Yeah, if you would like, you'd like walk and platform would come out of nowhere and just murder you.
Damn.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was fun. Oh
Dude,
man,
that's
and
why
then,
Halo 3 was better than Halo Reach.
yeah. Well, I just love how they've always devolved. It was like, oh, we're gonna play video games all night. We're gonna beat games and blah 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 blah. And then like
Yep.
10 hours later, it's like, let's watch YouTube. I'm tired of playing video games.
It always devolved to YouTube. Man. You knew the night was over when YouTube came on the TV.
Yes. 'Cause you got YouTube on a big TV, and once one person says, "Hey, look at this video," then you got 4 people in queue. You got like the video you gotta watch. You gotta watch it right after this one. After this one, I call it.
And
Yeah.
there's
Exactly.
like the
Hours.
redneck going, "Hey, you guys hate women? I know a funny video on the YouTube."
Bo. Oh my gosh. Do you remember Bo?
No, I know Bo. He's still stalking me.
Remember, what are you talking about?
Do you remember Bo?
I remember Bo.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen some... At least he's out of his phase. I hope he doesn't listen to this, but at least he's out of his phase on Facebook where he posts as his WoW character.
Oh yeah.
At least he
What?
stops doing that.
He was an okay
Wait, wait, wait.
guy, but man,
Really?
yeah, he was doing. I don't know.
He was...
You just see him post on Facebook, "Oh man, I had to run all the way across Ungoro Crater today. Man, I'm so tired."
No.
Okay,
He would be
so
like...
wait though. Speaking of WoW, okay, so Bob, have you played World of Warcraft at any point in time?
Oh yeah, man. I
He
had
played a lot.
an
He was the
85
reason
at one
I
point.
played it. He
Okay,
made me
okay.
play it.
So you know Kalimdor, like that whole continent?
Yeah.
This guy built a program and he recreated it in scale in Minecraft. Like the entire continent, not like
Good God.
yeah, like every building, every hill, yeah. It's ridiculous. I saw it on another podcast
I
actually.
saw
but-
someone recreate Kanto from Pokemon in Minecraft. I was like, that is amazing.
But this thing, it's like I was trying to explain it to Alex, and I was like, "You don't understand, man. In World of Warcraft, it took like if you were just to physically run across that
Dude, it would take
whole
like
continent.
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, and just imagine that in Minecraft, we have to jump over blocks. So crazy.
Oh man, look, video games. So there's this. I'm gonna just completely shift gears here. Skyrim.
Okay.
So there's this kind of weird thing with like Skyrim. No one will really disagree that Skyrim's a great game, but at the same time, everyone got really bored with that I know, and it was like, I got really into Skyrim, and I put like 100, maybe 120 hours into it. But then it was just like, well, I got my fill, and then I just stopped playing.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
pretty much everyone else who played Skyrim went through that, except if they're playing like hardcore on PC that I know of, because people get into the modding community. Well, anyway, I saw this mod. Apparently, as soon as their modding kit came up, Valve took it and they made their own mod through Steam, because Steam has this mod distribution service that they're putting out for Skyrim, and they made their own mod so that you can be playing Skyrim, and if you have the Valve mod, the space core from the end of Portal 2 will fall from the sky and land on Nirn. So fucking great.
Yeah, the workshop, the
Yeah.
mod workshop. Oh, I love the mod workshop.
So,
Oh my
but yeah, I
gosh.
mean, this is like an official Valve one. Like, Valve made it themselves and put it in the game, and it's really the space core, and it actually has new dialogue and stuff.
It's crazy. Well, I could see. I mean, I haven't played Skyrim, and I probably won't just because I'm cheap. In like, I like RPGs, but I like them in MMO format. But
Yeah, like playing
don't
World
like
of Warcraft
MMOs.
really ruined me, because
yeah,
it's just you play an MMO and it really just completely dulls all the other console games and stuff.
I don't know. It's just like I can't get into MMOs. Like I can't. I try.
Consider yourself lucky, man. It really skews your view of video games.
Well, like maybe
Yeah.
that's it. It's like I don't like the fact that I'm sitting here, one,
That's the
two,
best part.
1, 3, 1, 1. It's like, what am I doing? Writing binary?
yeah. No, but I mean, MMOs is. I think the thing that's good about MMOs isn't really the story. The story is okay, you know, at best. Even with like the new Star Wars game, it's good. But the reason I like MMOs is if I go play Skyrim, I put like shit ton of work into it and I do it. You know, I might get like achievements, but other than that, I'm like, you know.
No one else is gonna really see it.
Right, but in an MMO, it's like, hey, I worked really hard. Look at all this awesome shit. And when people see you, they're like, whoa, and you feel like you can spend a lot of time in the game, and it's gonna mean something because there's like other people. You know, I don't know.
Yes.
It's
Well, like,
skewed.
cause I've been playing. No, honestly, I haven't actually. I bought Star Wars Old Republic,
Yeah.
and honestly, I've played maybe an hour of it. Like, from what me and you played, remember when we were trying to do a recording? I haven't picked it up again. Like, I haven't touched it.
Okay, so this is the
Swear.
thing, Alex. Like, this is something that you can't do in any other type of game. This is probably my favorite story from all of me playing World of Warcraft. So we get all the people together, and we're gonna do a For the Horde raid. You know, I'm playing Horde. So we get 40 people together, and they're all high level. And we're just gonna go wipe all the Alliance leaders. And so we're all gathered up, and we start going on our mission. It's going really well, and we get to like, we only have 2 left. We gotta go to, we're gonna hit Stormwind, and then we're gonna go to I can't remember Darnassus. We're gonna go Stormwind and Darnassus. And so we're in Stormwind. We kill the king, and then we're like, all right, let's get the hell out of here. So we're all riding out on our mounts, just stampeding through the city, like people on mammoths and shit. And I'm riding on my mount, and some death knight death grips me off my mount and kills me. And the whole raid's just going. They got to get to the ship. We got to get on the boat so that they can get over to the next continent. And so
On a boat.
So my problem is I have to get back to my body and respawn and try not to get singled out again and meet back up with them really fast before the boat leaves. But I can't get back fast enough, and the boat leaves without me. And so I'm running solo. Like, this is just a mage. I'm playing a mage. I'm just running one mage through Stormwind by myself. And Nathan will attest to this. This is ridiculous. I'm just running through. Now the Death Knight, apparently he got killed by some of my guys, and so I'm running through and I'm trying to get to the boat, and I already know it's left, but I got to get over there. And this hunter starts chasing me. It's like a level 60 something hunter, and I'm an 80 mage, and he's just chasing me, like pelting me with arrows. He'll like get on his mount and like he runs up, and then he like gets to where he knows where I'm going, so he just kind of like pegs me a few times and runs along and keeps pegging me. And so I'm running, and I jump down, and like I slow fall and land down where the docks are, and I'm running, and I jump off into the water. And I'm sitting there in the water, and the hunter runs up to the edge. And he's looking down at me in the water, and I'm looking up at him, and I haven't tried to do anything to him yet. And he shoots me with an arrow, and I just arcane blast him and kill him in one shot. Just like, what a dumbass. So then anyway, So I stick around there, right? And the boat finally shows up, and I get on the boat. I'm like, okay, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? I remember what they were going to do. They were going to go to the, wow, I'm coming up at a loss of words.
Is it a city?
Nathan, you know the Burning Crusade race that got added for the Alliance?
Yeah.
What are they freaking called?
Oh, they're... Draenei. The
Yeah, the
Draenei.
Draenei. They were going to kill the Draenei leader, right?
Uh-huh.
So they were going to do that before they went to Darnassus. So they're off killing the Draenei leader, and I finally get on the boat. So I get on the boat, and I'm chilling, and then I realize I'm sitting next to like a human paladin. And so I'm a blood elf mage sitting next to this human paladin, and like he kind of steps left and steps right and looks at me. He's checking me out like, this guy just got on the boat from Stormwind, right? What's going on? And so I'm looking at him like, maybe he doesn't want to start a fight. I don't know what's gonna happen. So we're showing up. What's the name of the place that you go right after Darnassus for the Night Elves? Darkshore or whatever?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So
I think so.
we're riding up to Darkshore, and what happens, this is the weirdest thing, like we're about to get to that point where there's a seam in the map, and your boat like goes away and then it respawns again,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so he all of a sudden is like, maybe I should kill this guy. So he like goes all out on me and, goes paladin on me and kills me, okay? While I'm on the boat. So this crazy thing happens because like he kills me right before the boat like does the thing where it like disappears and reappears, and so it automatically respawns me on the boat with him. So I immediately polymorph with his ass, right? Like right up to Darkshore or whatever it's called, and I run off the boat. At the exact same time, the boat from the Draenei starting area pulls up to the harbor with 39 people that are all... So the guy comes out of his polymorph and runs after me, and I run into the crowd of them, and they all just slaughter him. I mean, this guy did not know what hit him.
That's great.
So
You're
then,
just murdered.
so then we get on the boat to go to Darnassus.
Uh-huh.
But there was a guy. This
guy.
used to be like, there's this thing that happens in World of Warcraft where somebody, like there will be a name, like some person on that server that's good. And don't know what about him makes him really good, but people know his name. On our server, basically the guy that was really well known in the Alliance faction was Mana Monster, and he was a Frost Mage. And I was a Frost Mage too. But so people were like, hey, yeah, I think someone told Mana Monster that we're gonna show up next at Darnassus, so we need to watch out because there's probably some Alliance waiting for us. And I didn't know what that meant at the time. So we show up in Darnassus. It's all going pretty good. It's tough to get into Darnassus though. But we get in.
Yeah, it is.
We get in. We're running up to go kill the leader, and there's a spiral ramp that you have to run up, and you come up to where the leader is in Darnassus. So we run up that ramp, and then we hit a wall of Alliance, like probably 100 to 150 of them.
Wow.
All, and cancel our raid. We never could finish it. But that's what I'm getting at, is the concept of like that whole story. Like you could never do that in any other kind of game.
Well,
like
yeah,
never
you can, but
rampage through cities and do crazy stuff like that.
but the thing is, how many hours did you have to spend getting to that level? You know?
There's no telling.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then the
a
thing is,
lot.
like, if I wanted to join you in that game, I'd have to spend months just grinding mobs to get
Well,
to
that's
even be a
kind of
part of
where.
it.
You gotta give your life to the cause, man.
Yeah, well, it's kind of cred too, because then you know if you're at, well, for 99% of the time, you see someone they're top level, they're 85 or whatever, you're like, oh, they know what they're doing, and then you could there's still a lot of the game you can share when you're lower, but it is an in-game game. But one thing, I played Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I feel really bad because when I first got into it, I was real happy about it, and I got like. Seriously, I talked all about it to Alex and my brother and like 3 people. I got like 4 people to join this damn game, and I only played it. I only played it for 2 weeks. I feel really bad. Like, I hooked all these people into it.
That's hilarious.
I get no, seriously, it was 4 people. I'm not even like, that's not a. But anyways, it's not an exaggeration. The thing I did not like about that game is I got up to level 30-ish, and man, those little Mass Effect, conversations were really cool. It was getting me into it, right? But
Yeah.
when I got to level 30, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If you want me to kill 4 of these guys, just say kill 4 of these guys. Don't be like, oh my god, you have to save us. They've been raping us constantly and blah, blah, blah. No, give me this whole backstory and killing 4 guys. I'm like, I don't give a damn. And then I was like, I started reading about like people that had hit max level. This is like 2 weeks in, so already people hit max level. And they're like, there is nothing to do. The PvP zone, there's this PvP zone called Ilum, and it is the worst, like, crap shoot of an armpit of the worst thing ever. So, y'all gotta hear about this first, though. Okay, the first thing is, Ilum is like a big zone where you fight each other. If you play World of Warcraft, it's like Wintergrasp, right?
Hmm.
But the whole point in doing it is to get your daily max level accommodations. Well, your accommodations didn't have anything to do with killing, like, the dark side or light side or alliance or empire. It just had to do with killing NPCs. So what you would do is there'd be a huge zone, and there'd be a big stack of alliance and a big stack of empire or whatever, and you'd just be killing NPCs. And if you went to go kill the enemy guys, well, stop it! Don't be stupid. That's dumb. This is what you do. And then it was all screwed up. Like if you went to like you mine stuff in that game, just like World of Warcraft, and
I heard it's not just like World of Warcraft because you just tell someone to go do all that shit for you.
yeah, you don't do anything, but there is actual mining nodes, and they had really rare crap in them, right? Well, people were going to Ilum before they were level 50. They were like level 30,
I
and
heard about this. Yeah, somebody got
perma-banned.
banned. Yeah, they got perma-banned because they just wandered over and got something.
They were getting these at a lower level, and like I thought it was, even if they were like really exploiting the game, that's a bad move, because you already got, this game is linear as shit. Like World of Warcraft is kind of linear, but if say I want to go to one zone, those quests are stupid, I'll go to another zone and level up.
Yeah, I've heard
Like
about this too.
the Star Wars: The Old Republic, you do one thing, then you do another, and then you're done with the planet, you go to the next planet. And it's like very linear, and the fact that they're like, no, you can't go wander in other places that you're not good enough level for.
Perma-ban.
What do you think this is? Emma?
What do you think this is? This isn't World of Warcraft. No, you follow the story or we perma-ban you.
That's right.
Whose fault was that? EA?
This is Mass Effect with
It's
lightsaber.
EA.
Yeah.
EA. We could talk about EA for a
man.
while.
Oh, dude, I have something that I want to talk about EA about. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Okay,
Yep.
so it's something I heard from Total Biscuit, and I'm really I agree with him a lot on this subject. But who are y'all gonna get Mass Effect 3? Nate, if you have enough money, and Bob, are you gonna get it?
I never got into Mass Effect, so.
no,
never
I
did?
won't.
Okay.
I played 1 and then into 2, and I'll let you go first though. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, no. Well, just me on my part. I loved Mass Effect 1 and 2. Like, absolutely loved them. They're for me, the greatest games coming out that year. And I'm really excited about Mass Effect 3. Like, I played the beta, the demo, and the demo's awesome. Solo play is it's it's about an hour's worth of content. It shows off just about everything you want, and it has a full multiplayer though, which is really cool. You have about 3 levels, 3 difficulty settings, and I don't know if they're gonna add more, but it's it's a lot of content for a demo, like a crazy
Yeah.
amount of content. Not these really dumb demos that we have now, but it's like a good couple hours worth of content if you continually play the multiplayer. And and it even has the full level up system. Like everything you can level up in the full game, you can do in the demo.
Right.
So it's really neat. But one of the things I heard that John Bain was talking about was how much do y'all know about the lore of Mass Effect?
I played the first
None.
and halfway through the second. That's it.
Okay, so but you basically know the start of it or the premise of it,
I heard that
Yeah.
there are Reapers and stats.
Stats. Okay, so spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played the games or is looking to play them, or even the third one. Basically, it's just the Reapers are sentient machines that every 50 million years or whatever come out of hiding and wipe out all living life in the galaxy. So anything that's living in the galaxy, they completely wipe it out. Well, the Protheans tried to stop them, but the Protheans weren't good enough. Basically, they didn't have the technology, and so they left behind a lot of ruins and stuff. One, just because they died, and two, in hopes that people would, be able to figure it out and stop the Reapers. Well, the Prothean technology is the whole reason Shepard is special, right? It's the whole reason he is how he is. Otherwise, he'd just be a random human being that no one cares about. Well, in Mass Effect 3, they said if you buy the deluxe edition of our game, which the original game is $60, the deluxe edition is $80, you'll get an art book, an exclusive art book, which is really cool. A lot of people like art books. You'll get Mass Effect dog tags. You'll get a hoodie that Shepard can wear in the ship, and you get a bunch of other little things along with it. But one of the biggest things that they said is you'll get a piece of DLC which adds a Prothean, a living, breathing Prothean character to your party, and you get to play his story, right?
Oh.
Now, this is the Protheans that died off 50 million years ago that made Shepard as special as he is. And they said if you don't buy the deluxe edition, you don't get to play it.
Yeah, they can't get away with that, though.
Yeah,
that's too damn cool.
Exactly.
They're gonna add it as DLC. It'll just be like
they'll add
6
it as
months
DLC.
down the line.
Well, no,
It's just like the Batman costume packs and all that shit.
But
I don't know, it's just like
it's really cool, and I'd really like to see how they even get away with having a Prothean.
Well, but that's the thing is, like, John Bain, Total Biscuit, said, as much as I love the game and I love the series, he said, I'm going to have to boycott this game until they make it a free DLC for people who bought the game new, And I'm all for that, I'm not going to buy the game until they fix it, just because...
this seems like something that they would do for just if you buy it new to combat piracy.
Yeah.
But from what you're saying, that's just really weird that they would do that.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You have to pay another $20 just to get a pivotal part of the story. I mean, that's so important.
Well, most games, and they've kind of followed this with a lot of games, is that they can have DLC that comes with, like, getting a special edition is usually, like, cosmetic, and if it isn't cosmetic, it is added later. Now, if they don't add that later, I don't see how they could get away with it, but I would think they would add it maybe 3 months down the line or something. You probably still have to wait for it, which is kind of pissy. But I'm kind of more excited about the fact that it's a Prothean, because that's freaking crazy.
I mean, if they worded it as saying, if you buy the deluxe edition, you'll get early access.
Yeah.
Now that I think I would be a little more okay with, but just saying you're not going to get it if you don't spend an extra $20 on this game.
Yeah.
Because in Mass Effect 2, they did it with what's his name? I don't remember his name, but basically he was a human character that you could get who's basically the soldier if you didn't play the soldier. And if you bought the game new, you'd get a code that you could go into the Cerberus network and put it in, and you'd get his story and all his missions, right? And if you didn't do it, you didn't, but it didn't affect the game.
Right.
You had one extra person to choose from. If you didn't get it, you never got it, Again, you can still beat the game, and you're not really missing out on any super important information.
But did they add that as DLC?
Only for people who bought the game new. If you bought the game used, the code couldn't be used again.
Oh. Well, no, I'm saying, like, if it came with the special edition, I assume for 2?
No, it came with just the regular game.
Oh, okay.
Just for buying the game new.
Yeah, I like the Mass Effect series. I got through the first one and halfway through the second one, but the thing that really, and I didn't really play a lot of the second one, actually probably not even halfway through, the first one really frustrated me. Like, the combat system was just bad. Like, you like, this is what you do. Okay, you stop, and I tell my 2 guys, okay, use your pistols because we're at close range. And then they had to immediately pull out their sniper rifle. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what's the good of the choice if they just do whatever the hell they want anyways? I'm like, fine, fucking die. I don't care. You're not helping.
That's like in Skyrim, you would hit that wall where it's like, okay, I'm going to give you this bow, follower. I need you to use this bow. This is a good bow. And they're like, okay. And so you go into combat and they like put the bow up and take out a dagger and just go commit suicide.
Yeah, they were
No,
pretty dumb.
My favorite AI fail was Gears of War, and there was these little birds that when you went in the darkness, they'd kill you. Do you know
Oh,
what
the
I'm talking
krill.
about? Yeah, so my dude would always just like fucking run out in the middle of the darkness, and he'd be killing him. And he'd be
You
like,
can't
"Come
go
help
revive
me,
him.
come help me." I'm like, "Fuck you, I'm not going out there." I'm like,
You brought this on yourself,
it
bitch.
was constant. Every time I went to that one part of the level, you just freaking run out into the darkness and die. I'm like, way to go.
Oh man.
This is great. I think, but Mass Effect was good. I was just getting frustrated with it. I think it's a really, really long game.
Oh
But
yeah.
I tell you though, as far as an RPG that you play through with a great story, one of the least talked about games that I had the absolute most fun with was Lost Odyssey for the 360, and it was like it was done by see, I bet y'all don't even remember this game. It was done by Squaresoft, and it was basically a Final Fantasy game, but like the story was amazing.
It's like Chrono Trigger,
I'm
another
not.
just like offshoot like that.
It's just yeah, it was awesome, and I will tell you, I'm not an emotional guy, but that game made me cry on like 2 occasions. But go get Lost Odyssey, and
Pay it forward online.
it's for 360, and it's 4 discs, which is
Oh wow.
pretty crazy for a 360 game. The only thing I didn't like is the last disc was just pretty much, hey, finish up everything you hadn't done yet. The story's pretty much done.
Like, so we have another disc. I guess just do some stuff.
Oh my
Have
god,
fun.
the first 2 discs though, it was all movie scenes. When you got to movie scene, it was just like way back in the day when you're playing
Sounds like Final
Fantasy
Fantasy 13.
7. Yeah, or like those Final Fantasies game. Oh shit, put down everything, movie scene, you know. That game was
Pick the
amazing.
popcorn back up.
We gotta focus on this.
Oh, but I do have to tell you, if you guys have played the first one, there's one part where there's a chick and a dude, and you have to choose which one of them you want to keep.
The first one is in the first Final Fantasy.
No, I'm sorry, the first Mass Effect.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I remember their names. I
Caden
played
or
it, like,
Ashley.
Caden and Ashley. Okay, well, Ashley is a bitch. Like, I hate her.
I killed her.
Like, the first time I played it, I killed him, and I didn't want to, so I replayed it, and that's what I kept replaying it. I had to figure out how to not kill the fish dude or whatever. But man, I hate that bitch. Like, I will say something, and she's like under me in command. She's like, "That's stupid," blah blah blah. I'm like, "Who gave me the right to talk?" I'm like, I hate her. So like, there's this one part of the lesson. So you're with Caden, and you're on one side of you're going into this huge enemy base with all these dudes in it, and you hack this terminal, and it's like you can either set off the alarm here and bring all the guys to you, or you can send it to her side, and they can just go and kill her. And it makes it easier on you. I'm like, yeah, screwed up, bitch. And she's like, oh, since you send them off, and she's like, oh my god, you set off the alarm just went off for getting killed. I'm like, yeah, I did that.
Did I do that?
Oops. That was one of the things I loved about Mass Effect, even though you had to wade through like hours and hours of conversation. But like you'd get to that point where it's like, okay, well, who are you gonna save? You can only save one person. Who are you gonna save? And especially if they're characters you like both of them.
You're like, shit, I put good gear on both of them.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's like, well, who do I kill? You know, I use both of them all the time. I don't know. You have to choose
the only
one.
The only thing I really remember from Mass Effect was the conversation where you're talking to a reporter and you can say something along the lines of "That's enough," but if you click it, he'll be like, "I've had enough of this," and punch her in the face.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did that too. I'm like, wow, that wasn't really well represented in that little wheel.
No,
My favorite part about Mass Effect 2
I didn't
was
see that one coming.
my favorite part about Mass Effect 2 was whenever you go to a store, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're Commander Shepard." You're like, "Amazing. Do a little ad for our shop." And you're like, "Hi, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite shop on the Citadel." And then you go next door and you're like, "Hey, I'm Commander Shepard." And they're like, "Oh my gosh, do an ad for us." "Hi, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel." It's like the same sound clip. So like all the stores have the exact same sentence every time you walk into them. And you're like, "Woo, I'm
It was a
amazing."
good game. I think if they ever finished the second one, I'd want to play the third one. Did y'all see the TV ad they ran about 3 days ago? Well,
For
Mass Effect 3, it was like, so you know how Advent Children was pretty amazing
Mhm.
looking CG? Yeah, it trumped that, and
Oh, I
it looked
know,
like the
it's so
movie.
pretty.
Like it looked
Oh
freaking
my gosh.
ridiculous. Like it was on Earth, in the streets, and then people are getting killed and shit, and there's reapers everywhere. It's freaking crazy. Like it was a really the trailer
It's
almost
like that
completely.
scene at the beginning of Harry Potter 6.
I don't remember.
I don't remember
Oh,
that
okay.
either.
Oh, yeah, I do. I do.
They're coming into the Muggle world, tearing up the bridges.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was cool though, but more people needed to die. They didn't.
Okay, well, let's talk about a game that actually matters. Borderlands 2.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I haven't finished the first one. I've only played it with Alex and little let's plays so far.
Yeah, we need to complete it. Oh, but that game is so long. Like Borderlands 1 is so long.
I've started Borderlands 1 for like the 20th time with my little sister. Like, and now we're both like, you know, I got re-addicted to the game. My sister's addicted to that game now. It's just one of the best games I've ever played.
I think we're
probably.
on like level 13 now. So, I mean, we're not
There's like,
okay.
I think the most fun that you can have across all the classes is to have a siren with the full elemental tree,
Mhm.
because you get to this point where your melees do corrosive damage. When you phase walk, you do shock damage. And whenever you kill enemies, you burst into flames and do flame damage. And so you'll end up having all these enemies that are being corroded and electrocuted and burned all at the same time. They just disintegrate.
I don't know. I loved playing my my maxed out soldier
Oh, that's fun.
because I would get a machine gun and I'd kill someone and all of a sudden my rate of fire would go up like
it fires
45%.
fast.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like and then I kill someone. It's like
So it goes like,
More ammo.
exactly. Oh
yeah,
man.
your clip just goes down immediately. Though.
It's like
It's
disappears.
really funny.
Oh, it's amazing, especially because I had a class mod that gave me like 15 ammo regen, so like I never ran out of bullets ever.
Dude, that's a
Sweet.
bad thing though, because like
loved
there are
it.
so many other really great mods that you can get, but as soon as you get one that gives you ammo regen, you never want to trade it.
Yeah.
It's like you can't go without it once you've used
Well,
it.
but playing by yourself, you never really needed any of the, the team ones. You only needed one for yourself, basically, and that is the ammo regen. But it was awesome. Like I've shot every bullet in the world ever
Yeah, I got that.
by leaving on my, like putting it on a pistol, like holding down the left mouse button, turning off my mouse, and then walking away from my computer for like 6 hours. Because he never ran out of ammo. He couldn't shoot fast enough to
Yeah, you
run
were
out of
very
ammo.
Nice.
And I came back and he's just like sitting there shooting the wall.
So does it have a release date for it? For
September.
September. Ooh.
September. 96
Excited.
points, 5% more wub wub.
I love that 96.5% more wub wub.
Wub wub wub.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to play. I'm not going to play the Gunzerker. I'm going to play the other guy. The soldier looks so cool.
Dude, I want to do the assassin character. He looks awesome.
He does look pretty cool.
So have you guys?
I think the first Siren was hotter though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
you
I
all
think
played
Lilith
the
was kinda
Vita?
hotter.
Have
So
y'all
this
played
is
it?
this is actually brings up a great topic. So the Vita, I played around on one time. It's
Ew.
great. It's amazing.
I hate
It
it.
has
Yes.
great graphics. I mean, everything about it is amazing. So to celebrate the launch of the Vita, I'm going to buy myself a Game Boy Micro. Which that's not a joke. Like, I'm actually going to order myself one really soon because I never
Yeah.
got to get one.
I
But,
used to
it's
have
like-
one.
The Vita is the most complex, sophisticated handheld, dual thumbstick, like 2 touch screens, 2 cameras, Wi-Fi, 3G. I mean,
OLED.
everything. Yeah, I mean, just
OLED touch
everything you
screen.
could think to ask for in a handheld. And I'm just like, I want a Game Boy Micro. I need 2 buttons.
I tell you what you need to get though if you get a Game Boy Micro, you need to get there's a advanced game. It's Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah,
and you will spend 200 hours on those. I
I
got
Mario World for it.
yeah. Well, I do have to say I'm not gonna buy the Vita, but I went and I was at GameStop. I'm like, hey, Vita, and I picked it up, and I'm like, holy crap, this is amazing.
It's light.
Like it is just blow my mind amazing, and it's as
It's so
powerful
good.
as the PS3, which I didn't know, and I wouldn't have believed until I looked at it, and I'm like, this is freaking gorgeous.
Like, oh wait, this is Uncharted.
So like one of the coolest features I think it has, which just blows out the new Wii. Now that I didn't even know it was going to do this, but so the Wii U has that retarded controller, and you can like turn off the TV and still play your games.
Right.
Well, the PS3 can do that with a Vita, except anywhere. Like, I can play a PS3 game on my Vita in my house or at my friend's house from over the internet and have 'em turn on my PS3 from there. And like the PSP did that a little bit, but the fact that I can play a PS3 game in my hands, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's amazing. But I don't care. I don't care about any of the games on it. I really don't. I don't give a fuck about any game that's coming out. You know what I give a fuck about? New Animal Crossing for the 3DS.
Wait. So, no, Animal Crossing, is that the one where you scan in barcodes, or am I completely mixing games right now?
You're probably mixing games right now.
What is this? What's the game that you scanned in barcodes for the 64? No, it was for the GameCube, I think. You know what I'm talking about?
You scan in barcodes and you get like little monsters depending on the
what was that?
barcode.
Monster Rancher or something?
I think so.
Yeah, because I knew this dude from the gaming club. He was such a nerd. I don't remember his name though. He bought a Britney Spears CD just so he could scan it. Because he wanted the one.
Why did he have to buy the CD to scan it?
It comes with a barcode. You have to scan individual barcodes like off of products.
Oh, I know. Why couldn't he scan it without buying it?
That specific one only worked with that CD, so you had to buy it.
Well, I know. I'm saying like, why couldn't he scan the barcode on without buying it?
Because it was a GameCube. It's not like portable.
Oh.
Look it up at a Walmart.
No. Hey, shut up. You got an outlet? It's on the TV.
I would do it.
Barcodes here. I need the monsters. I need them now. Did you ever play with these things? They were just called scanners with a Z, and it was this like handheld.
I was the exact same thing.
Device, and you would take it to a store and just like scan barcodes, and it would give you monsters.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Used
what
to
it
play
was.
with that.
It was something like it.
You know what I played this week? I played Smash Brothers for 64.
Oh man.
Nice.
And I like whooped up, and I hadn't played it in like at least 5 years, man. It's been like forever. I'm like, holy shit, I'm playing that. Get out of the way.
Dude, the one thing I remember, because we were playing with some friends, and because my friend Ashton and Ainsley, they were like crazy good at Smash Brothers, like insanely good, like those people who know how to move across the screen without getting hit, you know?
Right.
And then they can just like
play
own you.
Luigi.
Yeah, basically, and they just like destroy you. Well, I was playing with them, and then we switched to the 64, and I was like, oh my gosh, this game is so slow.
Yes.
Like, your characters, they don't dash, they barely roll, and I was like, man, the speed is just such a difference between these two games. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, I didn't ever like any of the other ones because especially when it went up to GameCube, it was really fast, and I'm like, what the hell? This is a totally different feel. But
it became Japanese.
I know, right?
So on the topic of Nintendo, either of you guys like actually legitimately play Pokemon?
Yes.
Because okay, well,
it depends on what you mean legitimately play.
Well, you know, just like play all the way through a game, actually enjoy it.
Yes.
Like first of all, at Nathan, Pokemon is probably one of the best RPGs around. I mean, it really is. So you're missing out. Second of all, so there's this thing that I didn't know about. It's been around for a little while, called a Nuzlocke run. Nuzlocke is a reference to some webcomic, but what a Nuzlocke Pokemon run is like hard mode. So there's 2 main rules and then a bunch of other ones that you can implement if you want to, but the 2 main rules are this. Number 1, when you enter like a cave or a route or a forest or anything like that, any zone that you go into that has a set batch of Pokemon that you can catch there, you can only catch the first thing that you run into there and no more than that in that specific place. So 1 Pokemon per zone that you go into. Second, if any of your Pokemon faint, they die and you have to release them.
Oh,
wow.
That's cool. I heard something in the subject of hard mode. A lot of people, and I probably should play some Pokemon. The only reason I haven't is because I'm more like a decade more ancient than you guys. So I was more into GoldenEye at the time of Pokemon. But the this is really cool thing I found. So a lot of people bitch about World of Warcraft becoming really easy, and it is really true, because if you already have an
Oh, yeah.
85, you can just crank another one out like crazy. Nothing like vanilla, but if you want, this is just amazing, and I've thought about doing it, but if you hear all of it, it's bad. So it's called Iron Man WoW, and what they do is they track your achievements, and your goal is to make it to 85, and this is the stipulation. It's a website that keeps track. I think the person that got the closest was 72. I mean, thousands of people are doing this. That's probably an underestimate, but what it is okay. You start off at level 1. You may not train in anything. You will never spend a talent point. You can never learn another spell. Oh, yeah, you can't learn another spell. You just have to say no or whatever, unless it auto does it now. So there's no spells. You cannot group with anyone. You cannot go to any dungeons. If you die, it's over. Just straight up over. If you die, it's over. You've already lost, because what they do is they track your statistics on the WoW Armory, which tells you number of deaths, blah blah blah. So as soon as you get a death, you're done. And there's even more stipulations. I can't remember them all right now. I
That
think
just
it's
doesn't
also
seem possible.
you basically, if you're a mage, you got that fire blast spell that sucks ass at the beginning. That's it. That's it. That's what you got for the entirety of the game. and the thing is, and if
Play
you
like a
die,
or something.
and the other thing is, dying is very common. I mean, it's not uncommon to die. You die all the time.
Yeah, if you get ganked.
Right. Well, you got to play on a PvE server.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but so the thing is like, well, I'm level 15. I can kill this level 15, like, maybe, but no. If you're gonna not die, you're gonna kill level 10s one at a time. And it is gonna be the longest grind ever, and I love it because people always bitch like, oh, WoW so easy. Yeah, go do Iron Man. Then shut up.
Yeah, but Iron Man doesn't mean that it's hard. It's just boring.
Well, yeah, but that's what Classic was. Classic was a grind.
Yeah, but not like that.
Grind. Well, it's still just same thing. Kill.
Well,
But
I mean, I kind of agree with people that they've been really...
No, they nerfed the shit out of the whole game.
definitely. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, all games in general, they've just been making crazy easy, and I don't know why. It's
I
maybe...
disagree.
Well, okay, you've been playing Dark Souls, okay?
Dark Souls is the only exception.
Dark Souls specifically built their game to be hard as all hell. I mean, they did that on purpose. But like, I've been playing a bunch of games, and I breeze through everything if it's not on hard. If it's not on hard or higher,
Yeah, it's like Gears
it's
of
like
War
it's too
3
easy.
Hard mode wasn't even hard on Gears of War 3,
Yeah.
I understand.
Well, because they know everyone just goes straight to hard mode because they don't want to get all the achievements separate.
Okay, so we're not really talking about video games right now, though. This is just life. Like, I went to Google, and I was trying to search for something like, I typed the number 4 in a search, and my search results were popping up the word FOR because people are fucking retarded, and Google's trying to compensate for their stupidity. I mean, we're just dealing with this in life.
I know.
Yeah.
We are.
It's
Everything's
just
too easy.
mode. Well, it's like I played EverQuest. I played it in high school, and that's how old I am. But EverQuest was ridiculously hard, and it was a grind. It was a complete grind.
But it was worth it, right?
Yeah, it was a ton of fun, and you get to World of Warcraft. I will tell you that I'd say 1 to 20 in EverQuest takes longer than 1 to 85. And I'm not talking about 1 to 85 with all this heirloom gear. I'm talking about starting to count 1 to 85. 1 to 20. And it used to be the thing too. I think that they realized with World of Warcraft is everyone knows it's end game. You want to get to the end game because that's where all the fun stuff is, and people don't want to.
I disagree though, because if you played it, okay, so this is the most fun I ever had in World of Warcraft, probably, other than the going on the gigantic raids and killing the Lich King. Was at a super low level. I didn't know, I didn't know anything about the game. I went in fresh, and no one was teaching me about the game or anything. And I didn't know there was a dungeon finder. So I was playing a Dark Elf, and I was in the Dark Shore area, and I found a dungeon. I can't remember which one it was. It was the dungeon where there's a bunch of mermaids and turtles, and then you fight a Hydra.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found that dungeon, and it was just me and a friend. I was a hunter and I had a druid friend. No, I was a hunter and I had a... What was my friend playing? He was playing... No, he must have been playing a druid. Yeah, it was just a hunter and a druid, and we went in there and we're like, wow, this stuff is tough. And we spent days just like figuring out how to kill everything there in the most effective way possible. Like, how do I kite this guy and control this guy? And we finally got to the point where we're like, we're going to need a third person. So we recruited a third person and, you know, another person who didn't know anything about World of Warcraft. So then the three of us went in there and we cleared almost all the way through it. And like we had killed like all the bosses except for like one. And then we were learning about the mechanic where you have to light the torches, and it was this whole learning experience. And then we learned about the dungeon finder, and after that we did that again. But that was the most fun I ever had, I think, was...
Well, but like when you got me, when you got me to play WoW back in college, I played through the first 20 levels in like 5 days. Like it was so easy. Like the dungeons were easy.
That's because of Dungeon Finder. I swear, if the Dungeon Finder wasn't there,
well, I didn't even know about the Dungeon Finder. Like I didn't use the Dungeon Finder.
How far did you end up getting, Alex? Like, what was your top level when you quit?
I beat the demo.
Oh, 20.
Yeah.
Well, it's an exponential. Like,
yeah, 20 is
one to 5. Like 20 to 21 is like 1 to 8. Or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I do agree the Dungeon Finder killed it. It just killed it. There's no reason to go anywhere.
There's so much content from 20 to 80, and 85 now. So much content from 20 to 80 that is just great stuff. Like if the dungeons should be there for you to hear about and find.
Well, like I think the dungeons...
And go take groups to.
Well, the dungeons were fun, you know, and I did enjoy that. It's just...
It's not that they're not fun.
I enjoyed the hour of the dungeon.
There's no camaraderie in it.
Well, but no, hold on. I enjoyed the hour of the dungeon, but I didn't enjoy the 20 hours of... I go to the town, they say, go to this area, kill 10 monsters. I kill them, come back. Go to the area again, kill 10 more. Okay, so I go and kill... And, like, I go back and forth between that same area or those same 5 areas 50 times just to get to the point where I can go to the dungeon. And it's just like, those 10 hours just completely kill the entire game for me. You know, it makes me not want to play this game.
But, like the higher level content that you're going to get involved in, especially after you get a mount. After you get a mount, it's a lot more fun to do that kind of stuff. Yeah. Because you didn't get a mount until you were 20, and then, you know. But,
that's great, but...
The first 20 levels is all basically tutorial, like getting a hang of what your character does. But after 20, basically what I guess you didn't end up doing is after 20, everybody just uses the Dungeon Finder. And when they're not whenever they're not getting queued up instantly for a dungeon, they're just doing grindy quests. And they do that all the way up to 80, well 85 now. And then they do in-game stuff. But there's so much content in there and so many great quests and so many unique things that you can do if you're not just sitting there doing dungeons over and over. And the dungeons don't have that much meaning if you just get paired up with people you don't know to do like an arcade run of you know, just a dungeon. Like for me, I know that one dungeon, that first dungeon, inside and out. I can tell you everything about that dungeon in the same way that I can tell you everything about this whole area in Dark Souls I played. Because you had to actually try. And because they took away the trying factor in World of Warcraft, and everybody that plays now, they don't like they never want to put forth that effort. They never want to try hard at anything that they do, so everyone's just a scrub, and it sucks. You know, more people keep joining that suck. And the people who suck don't give up because it's hard. You know, if it was hard, the people who sucked would give up, but it's not hard enough for them to give up. So you just have to deal with shitty little kids and like immature people.
Yeah.
And that's why I quit.
No, and it's kind of the whole thing of like Call of Duty, or not Call of Duty, Battlefield 3. Like I've been playing that game a lot recently, just because I found a gun that I really like. But man, like I would walk into that game, like when I first walked into the game, yeah, I got owned, but I got like 10 kills, and then like 30 deaths, but I still got 10 kills. I walked away with 10 kills, and it was just so easy to pick up that game and just do all right, you know, not necessarily be the worst playing character, but you know, being okay. But me and Nathan, or I've been into tribes for a lot longer than Nathan has, and me and him just recently started playing the game together. But oh my gosh, Nathan, when you started that game, you got destroyed in that game. And like when I started the game, I would leave with like a 0.8 kill death ratio. And honestly, with a 0.8 kill death ratio, I was less mad at the game than I was with Battlefield having like a 25-8 kill death ratio.
It was more
You know?
fun.
Yeah,
It was a lot more fun.
Oh
It,
my
it had
goodness,
a
so much more
very
fun.
that game has a very steep learning curve on tribes because
Oh my
it's not
goodness.
like anything else. I think one of the reasons that they've put games like WoW and all these games on easy mode is because that's the majority of the people that buy the game
Mhm.
want it to be. So if you think about what percentage of like WoW players are actually in in-game content, it's really small. It's like only 20%. So what they want to do is make all these other people feel like they're really good, so they keep subbing, and you end up with all these watered down games that just become like, whatever. You play it long enough, you'll beat it. It's not
Yeah.
like it doesn't exist anymore when you play that game that's so freaking hard. Like I tell you right now, when I played Gold. This is kind of off topic, but GoldenEye. You did little challenges in each level, so you could get a cheat. I
Mhm.
probably played 2 or 3 weeks. This is 2 or 3 weeks when I was really good at the game, and I could not beat that challenge. I just gave up on it. It was too hard. And I don't think that exists anymore. I don't think there's ever that thing you give up on. It's always just, I just gotta grind it a little bit more and
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Well, the cool thing about tribes that I really like is in Battlefield 3, you get killed a bunch of times and you say, I hate this game, I never want to play it again, blah, 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 and you rage at it. But in tribes, you get killed so many times and you go, oh man, I want to get better. You know?
Hmm.
I want to do better. I don't want to lose anymore. I want to start getting kills. And especially when, like, with the spin fuser and stuff, when you get a kill with the spin fuser, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm the most amazing player that ever lived.
You should
Look
totally
how
play. Have you
awesome
played it,
I
Bob?
am. He can't.
He can't.
His
It's good stuff.
his computer, I don't think, could handle tribes. But like, it's just so cool because none of the weapons are shot map weapons. It's all skill based. It's 100% skill based.
Yeah, it's really twitchy, and I'm not good at twitchy PC games.
Yeah, it is. Bob, are you still there?
Yep, sir.
Okay.
I
just
don't know
wasn't saying
anything
that.
about tribes, so I can't pitch in.
You
Yeah.
should totally download the demo. It's free, and it's
No,
like
no, no, no. It's a freemium game model.
okay, well it's free, and it's gonna stay. They're not gonna reset your stuff when you're doing, but it's like shooting while skiing is the base.
Imagine
Halo
mixing
3.
Halo 3 with
Halo 3
Tiny
fast
Wings.
mode. You know when you did Halo 3 and it was speed all the way up?
Yeah.
That's tribes, except faster, and you're skiing and shit, and
Yeah,
you can
think
like
of add it with
you're like
Tiny Wings.
skiing down a mountain and someone's shooting in your back, so you can physically turn around and look at them while still going the other direction. It's just crazy.
And then,
That
like I said,
sounds crazy.
everything has a travel distance. So, like, if you're trying to shoot someone skiing next to you, you have to shoot in front of them because
Right.
your bullet has to contact with them. It's not shot mapped like Battlefield 3 and
Like Call of Duty and
Call
all
of
that.
Duty.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it makes
it's-
sense because you can't have a non-shot map weapon on a console.
Yeah.
The controls just aren't precise enough. They're not fast enough to.
You know what's
keep up
funny
with the
too
game.
is I kept using the demolition guy, and if I fired the grenade launcher the maximum distance and I just kept going forward, I'd blow myself up. That's how fast I was going.
Yeah, you'd eventually run into it.
Yeah, you just blow yourself up. It was really, you had to lead everyone on like.
Dude, I suicided so many times in our little playthrough. Oh man, I do that all the time.
Is there any other games you guys are looking forward to? Because I mean, now that Christmas has passed, I can't even think of that many. Maybe like
Well, I mean, we've hit a dry spell. I mean, not
Mm.
many games come out in January, February, and March.
Diablo
can't-
3, sorta.
I guess BioShock Infinite looks really interesting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it does. I want to play it just because I like Bioshock.
I like.
Oh yeah,
Bioshock.
I
BioShock's
enjoy
great.
Bioshock. It's
Oh,
it's a
but I
fun
would-
game.
I would definitely kill for another Fallout.
Yes.
Their Fallout. That game, I played that over.
Man, I
2
could
times.
not get into Fallout 3.
Oh, I loved it.
I've already said why I couldn't get into
No,
it.
yeah, because you were having ammo problems. That happens in that game.
Well, but like I wanna. I played the shit out of New Vegas. Like I loved that game, and I bought I bought Fallout 3 on sale on Steam. But the problem is like it doesn't work on my computer. I don't know why. It just freezes instantly, like within 2 seconds of the first cutscene, and it like the audio continues, but the sounds or the picture stops.
That's crazy.
And it's
Well,
like, well, it's
Huh.
not my computer. It's not like my computer can't handle this game. I don't know. It's
I got
buggy.
a copy of it that came It was like a Game of the Year edition or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the one I'm
It was
playing.
like it was like every piece of DLC came with it. Like the
Mhm.
one where you go on the spaceship and it doesn't make any damn sense, and then you go, like that cheated so bad on that game because the first time I played it through, you got all your mini quests and you got your
Mhm.
main quest line like a lot of games. Uh, so you get that big super mutant that has the Gatlin laser gun,
Mhm.
and like the NPCs don't ever
Run out
I
of
actually know
ammo.
what you're talking about. That guy killed me like 30 times.
when you get him, he's awesome because he doesn't run out of bullets. And so I get to the last level. He's like, "Hey, I come back to save you," and you go in and you finish the game. Well, what I did is went and finished all my side quests. I just show up, and this guy would just own everyone. It was really funny too because I'd go into the town and this guy would be like, "I hate super mutants," and I'm like, "There's one like right next to me." Like, seriously, no, but it was so cool. I so cheated because I just went back. I'd go somewhere. He'd just rape everything. I don't think he could even die. Like. That game, I don't
It
know.
makes me think of a Skyrim bug that wasn't a bug, it was like an exploit where you could get these quests. There's a certain amount of quests in the game where the quest would consist of you talk to person X and person X says, okay, well I'll follow you to destination Y, let's go. And you never go to destination Y and you always have an invincible person that'll back you up. So you
Yeah,
go to all those quests and so you'll end up with an army.
yeah,
Especially if you're into
Nice.
conjuration magic and you can conjure like 2 or 3 more things. And then
My-
you can have a dog, and then you have your follower. You have all those people that follow you.
and
You would
can't you
go
give them
into
weapons too?
a location and just like send an angry mob. You can give weapons to your followers, but that's it.
Oh, okay.
my
I don't know.
brother, I was kind of turned off. I was gonna get it. Well, there was a lot of like hype around that game. I still wanted to
Yeah.
play it, but my brother played it where he maxed out his armor smithing, his weapon smithing, or whatever it's called, and he had an arrow that would one-shot dragons, and he said he was just so like bored with the game at that point because he went
hmm
that one route, and then he was just like, it's like easy
Okay,
mode
so
now.
this is how it works. So you can make potions, and then you can enchant armor, and then you can smith armor too. And so what you do, if I remember correctly, you start off and you get some potions that make you better at alchemy, and you drink
Mhm.
those, and you also get some armor that just makes you better at alchemy. Like you can get that enchantment on armor, and you sit there and you just go back and forth between these different things where it's like, okay, well I'm gonna make some potions. What I'll do is I'll drink some fortify alchemy potions and wear my fortify alchemy armor to make some potions, and the potions that I make are fortify enchantment. So you use all that stuff, then you make your fortify enchantment potions, but because you were fortifying your alchemy before you made them, your fortify enchantment potions are better than they normally would be. Then you put on your fortify enchantment gear, drink that fortify enchantment potion, and enchant armor to be better at making alchemy stuff than before. And you run back and forth and do all this stuff over and over and over to the point that you can make armor that buffs your armor smithing abilities and all those other things. It buffs it up incredibly high, and you can make potions that are incredibly powerful, and then you can make your stuff super, super powerful. So I was running around in Skyrim just like God mode because I used that exploit, and I had like, I can't remember the exact numbers, but I think my armor rating was over 1300, and it was just like, yeah, I was unstoppable. Had full Daedric, but all the Daedric stuff was like 4 times as strong as it was supposed to be because I did that.
Yeah.
Now, so this new mod system that came out with a couple weeks ago, I think, what I was understanding is it's more than the mods that there has been, like graphics mods or, hey, all the all the dragons are My Little Ponies, which you need to go look that up on YouTube.
I
It's
saw that
freaking
one. That's
hilarious.
pretty funny.
But so apparently this new one will actually start from scratch and make whatever the hell you want
Yep.
your Skyrim to be, and I could see some of these mods being better than the game just because if people recreate half of World of Warcraft in Minecraft, if they got Skyrim and enough time, they could make some ridiculous
I'll tell you
stuff.
what they'll do. They're gonna recreate Cyrodiil. Because in Oblivion there was a mod where somebody actually recreated Morrowind, but with better graphics and new stories and everything.
Wow.
And you could travel to that continent and do stuff there. And so what they're going to do is, right now if you go and like you make it so that you can get outside of the map. You can fly over and look at the different continents all throughout, Tamriel, and the continents are there. They're just not rendered,
Hmm.
so it's just like the shapes of them. People are going to go over to those, give them textures, give them buildings, give them characters, put NPCs in there, make entire continents, and then be like, okay, I made Cyrodiil, and just make entire new continents for people
This
to play
is
around
crazy.
on.
I wonder
It's
if
really
anyone's ever gonna make like a hardcore mode where things are like more difficult.
Most definitely.
I'd love it. See, you know what? I would quit. See, I even activated my WoW a couple months ago. I played it for like a week and then I quit again.
You played for a week and hit 85, and you're like, well, guess I'm done.
No, I'm so done with it. I got 385s right now, and then the whole thing I'm pissed about with WoW. This is kind of off topic. I'm getting to it though.
Talking about the Pandaren monks.
No, it's just like when you get to raiding content. If you want to be in a raid, you gotta wait in a queue for like 2 months until you can get a spot. And once you get in a spot, you have to be there every 3 days out of the week. And I'm to the point where like these 3 characters are the best they can possibly be without raiding. But anyway, so
There's no point for guilds.
It's
They
just
made awesome guild stuff, and then they got rid of all reasons to have a guild except for the weird guild perks.
Oh yeah, because did you raid finders now? And
Why? Why are there even guilds? Why would they do that?
nah, they're just trying to desocialize this social game.
Yep.
Because when you play with random people, what the hell's the point of talking to them? You're never gonna see them again ever.
They already talk to
Exactly.
them. You might as well be a dick to them, right?
Exactly. That's why everyone's dicks in World of Warcraft. I was getting somewhere with that. It went to oh, okay, I remember what it was. I would get right back on WoW if they did a hard mode server. Just like
Sure. Take away all the bullshit. Take away
don't-
all the fucking queues. Take away the
Say-
dungeon finder.
yeah,
Take away the
no
raid.
more, no more queues. Just have it. It's kind of like classic, but it's all the stuff that's out now. Or okay, they have this amazing thing, and I have gone back to EverQuest twice because of this. EverQuest thing had this thing called the progression server.
Hmm.
So freaking sweet. So you started
Yeah, I
with
think I heard about this.
You started. I might have told you about it. I talk about it. It's like so that game. It was before broadband connections, so there is like 15 expansions to that game, and they're still coming out with expansions. But so what you do is you play through the classic, and there was like 10 conditions. You had to have a max level of every class. More than 10, it was like 15. You had to kill the top 3 dragons or whatever. And then once everyone on the server has completed all these milestones, you unlock the first expansion. And it goes on and on. You have to kill all the people, level up.
And it was a
blah, blah, blah,
time-based
unlock.
thing. So they would
Yeah.
announce they were going to put out a new progression server, and people would queue up and get on that progression server to all work together on like a gigantic game.
Yeah, and you go back to classic, and you're grinding that stuff that no one goes to anymore, and you go through and you unlock it, and it's so cool. If they did something like that on World of Warcraft, it'd be amazing. And they're still doing it with EverQuest. It's just I went back about 6 months ago, and that game is just unplayable. It's like it's like World of Warcraft was like, hey, EverQuest is kind of cool. Let's take everything that pisses people off out of it, and then add some other stuff. It'll be great. Like so say this is just an example. Say you're level 30.
Uh-huh.
Just hit level 30, okay? You spend about 5 hours killing the same mob. It's called spawn camping. You sit there and you kill the same mob, wait for it to respawn. Every time you level up, because that's how slow your regen is on that game. So anyway, that's what you did in EverQuest. You sat there and killed the same thing. But anyway, so 5 hours of that, then you die, right? You just lost experience that was worth more than that 5 hours. Now you're below level 40. You actually went down to 39 and a half. And that was the biggest, pissiest thing about that game. It's like, if you don't got a good 6 hours to devote to this game, then don't start, because you're just going to get mad. Because if you're not going to get in your rhythm, then you're going to die, and then you're going to be pissed.
It's like, and if you do die and you can't pick it right back up, then you might as well never played in the first place.
Oh, and the other thing, so say you're a dumbass, and you run into some place you're not supposed to be, and you die. You don't get your stuff back when you spawn. You have to go back to find your physical corpse. As a physical person, you're not a ghost. You go there, and then you loot your corpse and take all
Oh
your
man,
stuff.
it's just like RuneScape.
So it was a RuneScape. So
Corpse run.
if you die somewhere, you have to get help. And the other thing was, if you're like under level 20, I think it's under level 50, you have 3 days to do this. So if you go and die somewhere, and you gotta go somewhere for the weekend or whatever, you keep trying for 3 days and never get there, your shit's gone. It's just gone. You don't get it back. You're back to having empty slots and that. But that game.
Like, yeah, you remember that legendary sword that you spent 2 weeks trying to get? Well,
It's gone. Oh,
somebody found it.
man.
Some level 15 just scooped it up off the ground, and they were like,
Check that
what's
out.
this? I want to sell this. 20 copper.
It's like I love that game because I didn't know it could be better. You know what I mean? It's like
Well, that was like me and playing RuneScape for the first time. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever.
we're trying to explain. That was the time. This was back in like 2000, and I was like playing, and I was explaining to people that that other person on my screen was another person on the
I
internet.
know, right?
And they're like shitting their pants because that is just like, what? Wait,
That
what?
happened whenever I played RuneScape because I wasn't around as nerdy people as you, and
Yeah.
so they didn't know anything about MMOs either. So I was like, I'm playing RuneScape. No, that's my friend. That's my friend over at his house. What? So
Yeah.
they're playing the game too?
It's
Yeah,
just-
that's them right there. What do you mean?
And the funny thing about EverQuest is there was like no quest. Like there was no quest. Like quests were an inefficient way to do anything. Quests never gave you anything good. There was like two quests, maybe 2 or 3 quests from like 1 to 30 that you would do, and they were barely worth it. And then it was so archaic. It's like you didn't click on a guy, right?
Mhm.
What you did is you stood next to him, and you did / talk that guy's name, right?
Yep,
he
and
would
then you would
say
have to like
something.
say dialogue things, and if
Yeah,
you didn't
like,
say the
he
right
was
thing, they
thinking-
wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah, he had something in brackets like Knowles, and I'd be like, "What are Knowles? What is Knowles? What do you want me to do with Knowles?" Oh, that's it.
Does Knowles? What am Knowles? How does Knowles? Oh, there it is.
And what the fuck is do? Like, there's this one dude, you brought 4 Null Fangs back to him, and he actually gave you some good stuff, you know? But if you gave him 5, he just kept them. I mean, like, it didn't work like that. You clicked on him and did give, and if you didn't do it right, you just lost everything. The other thing they had to change was you'd click on someone, like you select them, and that would let you, like, put / talk to them. But if you accidentally hit A, like you're typing like have or something, A was audio attack. A was auto attack, and you just like, "Whoa." I'm like, oh, I just want to do some work for you, man. And like,
I just wanted to talk.
the other thing is too, like, you
I
know
did
what?
the same thing in fucking Dark Souls. I accidentally hit someone with a pike when I didn't mean to, and I never could buy anything from them again. Ever.
You know those area effects in World of Warcraft? If you hit that in a city, everyone would fucking kill you, and they like, and like, actually, one of the biggest things back in the day is there's this priest of Discord, and he talked to him if you wanted to be PvP, but like no one did it. But he was like a beast, so like he was worse. Like probably he had like 3 or 4 times as much hit points as the biggest dragon in the game. And
Yeah,
so,
scamming.
these giant raids would just come and kill his ass, just try to kill him. And when they did, there's no loot, you don't get anything, but they would just try to kill this guy. It's insane.
It just reminds me of the runs on Gammon that everyone would do whenever they buffed him before the expansion pack came out.
Yeah. Did you see? Okay, so a little shout out to my favorite podcast, Game Breaker, but you need to search for. I think I've showed you this. 300 Orcs. After one of they're real popular, almost as popular as us, you know.
Oh yeah, almost. Takes
Just
a lot
after-
to be as
they're
popular
like,
as us.
everyone create a level 1 orc, take off all your clothes, and then they attack that guy, the Gamut guy. It was freaking epic. Like, they weren't doing any damage, but there was like, it looked so epic, and it was taking them so long to kill everyone because there's 300 of them.
So just like swing, kill one. Swing,
Right.
kill one.
And so like, some 85 came in there because I mean, it was almost crashing the server, and they're like chasing this dude. He's kiting him around the 85, and then like all these little dudes. Just, I was like, God, you could have watched. Search for 300 orcs on YouTube.
Oh man, I just remember we would kite Gammon all the way out of the city and then like out in a fucking guitar and kill him.
It's great.
That's
Uh,
funny.
Yeah, and, and I've had a lot of good like World of Warcraft stuff. I remember, I don't remember who told me this, but their guild. So whenever you were talking earlier about for the Horde, for the Alliance, we go kill the Alliance leaders and or the Horde leaders, and everyone would figure it out eventually because word would get to you. They do two, and if you got three done, you're pretty good, you know.
yeah, and
But
someone would log onto their alt and tell, the
right,
other
but
side, and it's
gang.
gonna be a
Well,
shitstorm.
these guys, there was about 80 people in this PvP guild, and right in front of Stormwind, the little where they all stacked on each other. Like everyone stacked on one person, so you couldn't tell how many people it was. And then as soon as this like group of horde comes to attack him, it's just like this guy just explodes. Like 80 dudes come out of his ass, and he just like explosions and shit. And he just get off. Like it's just that is probably the most ridiculous thing I've heard on that game. And
This one time, we
This one time.
it's so great. Somehow, I have no idea. I wish I knew how this worked. But Mana Monster took his cronies and basically got like 50 or 60 Alliance level 80s into Orgrimmar. And if you can remember, there was the drag, and there was the place like you would turn off the drag to go into the Valley of Honor, I think it was. And so there was a hallway you would like go into it and then turn right and then turn left. It was like a Z-shaped hallway, it was like a zigzag. They got in that hallway. They stacked them all up in there, like 80 of them. And so someone found them and they were like, "Oh shit!" and they got killed. And then someone saw it happen. And so two people up, and it's like, "Oh shit!" they get killed. We ended up with like 100 horde trying to kill these guys, and we couldn't because they were like backed into this hallway. We never could kill them for the longest time because they were in such a small space and they could just do so much area shit. Eventually, we just
stuff.
overran them by like recruiting. Like whenever that happens, then you send out a message in the trade chat. You'd be like, "Everybody get to Orgrimmar now. It's going down." People would just be like flying in on their griffins, and mages would be teleporting people and getting 20 gold at a time.
Yeah.
You just like get people to like file in there, and it was a gigantic war.
Well, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Man, who would know that there were wars like that in World of Warcraft?
Yeah, really.
And I'm really hoping that this. I'm not. I'm not hoping. I wish they would, but they're not going to. They're gonna try to make PvP a bigger thing in this next expansion that's coming up. This Panda and Pokemon one, and it's supposed to bring the war back to Warcraft, and there's apparently no raid bosses announced. So, it would be really cool if they ever got World PvP to work again like that. When you go for Orgrimmar,
World PvP.
if they just fix it, make it relevant. And it used to be fun. There's no point now because even back in Wrath, yeah, we all hang out in that one. What was that one city called? The flying one.
What's the
Dart something.
not Darnas. It's well, this is embarrassing.
I know, right?
We all went there.
I know, like forever.
We all did. I didn't.
I
Sure
can't
you did. You didn't even remember, Alex. You
I
were
don't
there.
remember.
I remember.
It was just so terrible. I erased
What
any
is the
memory
name
from
of
my
that
mind.
city?
I know.
Oh.
I know, I'm going crazy. But at least there,
Hung
the
out like
Horde and Alliance were in the same place, so a lot of areas outside and really close to it. There's World PvP. But now with Cataclysm, you've got Stormwind and Orgrimmar, and there's no reason to ever leave your city. There's no reason to ever go anywhere as 85. You just dick around while you're on the queue in Stormwind or Orgrimmar, just running around with your mount or something retarded.
Once you hit like level 15, there's never even a reason to leave your city because you just sit in a dungeon queue. And if you're a tank, then it's really, really easy because you don't even have to wait.
Though, when I level up my ults, I don't go in one queue until I'm 85, because there's so much quest to do.
Yeah, it's great
And
content.
you get a lot more money if you quest, but it's still a broken system. But
Did you ever get the awesome black and green raptor from the Ungrove Raider quests?
No, I didn't get that.
It's like the Venom Fang or something. It took me like 2 weeks to do it.
I haven't done that one. I did get this one when you were talking earlier about when you start a quest then you quit it. There's a quest you could quit. It turns you into a furblog or whatever you call them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and if so you quit the quest, you could always turn it into a furblog. Just keep it in your inventory and you click it, and that would turn into it when it was.
There were some great world events that gave you stuff like that. Like I had the Dark Spear Pride thing whenever they did the crazy. You remember this? They did the battle for Dark Spear, and like, it was like right before Cataclysm came out, and you would like there was a whole world event where you retook Dark Spear for the trolls, so they would get a new starting.
Oh yeah. We did one. Well, I was Alliance, so we did the one for Gnomergaden because the gnomes got their city back.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cheesy because I mean the gnome when that gnome city that got overtook, you like beat it at level like 15.
It's the same thing with Dark Spear.
Like seriously, it's like seriously, come on, Stormwind guys, you can't come down here and help these gnomes. This is kind of pissy,
it's
you know.
Like one guard could come down here and wipe this entire
The gnomes just got screwed, man. It's totally
no one
screwed.
cared about the gnomes. All the fucking Stormwind guards were like, whatever, not my problem.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, it was like literally like I don't know, like a half mile from the from the front of from the front of Iron Forge.
It was probably a quarter mile.
We didn't give a crap about them. Screw them. It takes so long to walk.
I remember being a noob and wandering up to Stormwind. That was the funniest thing, playing a Horde character and wandering up. This instance, this is Gnomergan. What's... Oh my god. Stomped.
That is one of the things I like the most, though. Not knowing you're in a place you're not supposed to be and just getting owned, and you're like, whoops.
You're like, well, that guy was a skull ? That hurt.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Nate.
Yes.
How is it that every episode of anything we have on the channel has, except for the podcast, has about 13 views on average, and then your demo has 28 views? How is that? How many times have you watched your own video?
I don't know. I kept checking it out to make sure the links work. Every time
27?
every time I relinked it, I went and checked to make sure it worked.
But I thought it didn't like register as a watch if you didn't watch like half the video.
Nah, it's just if you started.
Oh,
if you want
really?
to get a lot of views, just keep refreshing. Like play, refresh, play, refresh. my little brother actually has something like, it's probably more than this now. He has like 17,000 views on his Skyrim video. And it's so stupid. My brother just makes these weird little noises when he plays. He's like, he like ate some skooma, whatever that is, and then he turned himself into like a beast, and he started going around and like doing this little hand motion. After the podcast, I'll link it to you guys. But he says
That's
he
the best
did it.
description of what Skyrim is. You eat some skooma and you turn into a beast and make hand motions.
Exactly.
And he's made like 10 of these retarded videos just of Skyrim, and for some reason that one was the most. I think it's because people don't know what skooma is. They're probably looking up what it is, and then they get his video. I don't know.
Skooma's funny.
But
You could take a bunch of skooma in Oblivion and you would run really fast and punch really hard and shit. It was like hard drugs.
oh, now I'll tell you something else that was awesome. MMO is, and I'm not going to get into it. Star Wars Galaxies, but
Yeah, that could take up the rest of the show.
yeah, it could. But there's this one part where you could make illegal drugs called spices, and there was these guards that would stand the stormtroopers, and if you went too close to them, they would come up to you and say, "Let me check your stuff," and they'd look, and if you had spices in your inventory, they would straight up attack you. Just crazy cool. I love that it had drugs in it. And if you took too much drugs, you would get like addicted to them, and you would have to get a doctor to cure you from your addiction. It's kind of like a Fallout or something.
Yeah, I love that.
Kind of
about
like
Fallout.
life.
Yeah, kind of like life.
So do
No,
you,
no. In life, you get addicted to drugs, and then you just die a horrible death.
in life you get addicted to drugs, then you get more addicted, and then you get more addicted.
then you're on cops.
And then you're on cops.
You're the
Oh
guy
my-
driving the car.
Yeah, the one thing I have gone back to watching is Cops, and even if it's 80s or 90s, it's just great. It's kind of like Maury. It's just like ignorant people to show, you know? It just
Oh
makes
my
you feel
gosh, I
so smart.
know.
I feel like such a good person that I'm wearing a shirt and not beating my wife out front of our trailer house.
Using a seg into talking about Breaking Bad. Have either of you
Breaking Bad.
watched Breaking Bad?
No.
I have not.
it's probably the best TV show I've ever seen. I mean, honestly, I've watched so much TV. I just got finished watching season 4 of Breaking Bad. My favorite show ever.
It's
Bar none.
is it on Netflix?
Uh, yeah, the first 3 seasons are on Netflix.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
You have to watch it. It's slow at first for a reason. Like, it is slow, but it's just the best. It's got the best acting. It's got the best camera work. It's got the best directing. It's got the best writing. I mean, it's the
Splooge.
best show I've ever seen. It's so good. The end of season 4, I was just blown away.
Nate, me and you are
Well-
gonna go like watch the series now, like with this such a high expectation, and we're gonna be like,
Now,
it
season
wasn't that
1 isn't
great.
going to live up to that expectation. It just gets better and better and better.
All right. Well, hey, I will promise to watch that if you have not watched what I was about to say. If you watched The Walking Dead.
I watched season 1. I have it on DVD.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Because I am all about it. It's got freaking Norman Reedus for the Boondock Saints. He plays a hick
Yeah.
with a crossbow, and it's like post-apocalyptic, and it's a TV show. And oh my god, I can't wait till Sunday because there's a new episode. But I'm like all about. There's 2 shows I'm all about right now. Three. Walking Dead, as far as my serious show, that's my shit. And then my 2 funny shows are Archer and this new show called Unsupervised that FX started. You guys
I
gotta
don't
watch
think
it.
I've seen Unsupervised. I watched Archer. I didn't really get into Archer. I didn't
I
find
love
it
it.
that funny.
So,
Well,
I'll
you
give
know,
a
I would
quick-
have more time to watch TV if some people would help me with the editing
I'll do it.
and rendering process of the podcast.
So yeah, Breaking Bad is
Oh my
about this. It's about this old guy, and
Old guy.
he's a chemistry teacher, but he's actually a really good chemist. But he
Whoa,
kind of
whoa,
gets
whoa,
screwed
whoa,
out.
whoa! Don't tell me about it. I don't
I'll
want to know.
I'll tell you what's going on in the show.
No, because I want to watch it.
This is like first episode.
I don't
content.
care. It's gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna want to watch the first episode, and then I'm not gonna watch the second
But it's
episode.
like, this
and
show
I'm
has
never
people in
gonna
it. This
see
is
it.
bullshit. Bullshit. You told me it has people in it. This is bullshit.
Okay, it has a guy. There, I said it.
God.
There's a
Oh
guy.
my gosh. Okay.
Does it have cars? Because if it does, I'm not watching it.
They use vehicles.
Damn
They
it.
use
They use
vehicles.
vehicles.
I'm out.
That's just not acceptable.
Yeah, that's how it would be for me. It's not gonna
I would
work.
say watch some unsupervised. Watch some. I like Archer a lot. It's kind of not as great as when I first discovered it. I just loved it, but I do like John Benjamin, and I think that's like his show. That's like the best show he's done. I think he's done a lot of voices.
Mhm.
You guys should watch the movie Drive because it's amazing.
I have not
Drive.
seen Drive.
I've never seen.
Yeah, it's just called Drive. It's got Ryan Gosling. in
Oh,
it.
oh my God! Have you guys seen this? There's a floating around the interwebs right now is this trailer, and it's actually a full-fledged movie. Which, when I heard people talk about it, I thought it was an independent, funny film. This is like a full-fledged, multi-million-dollar movie. It's called Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh
It's based
yeah.
on a book, man.
It's based on a book. Yeah.
Oh my God! That trailer blew me away. I
The
was like,
trailer was.
No, this is
pretty
the funny
funny.
thing about it. That movie's coming out like same weekend that a serious movie about Abraham Lincoln is coming out.
are you serious?
And people, I just can't wait to hear about the shenanigans. Like people getting into the wrong fucking one, and they're like, "I never knew all this stuff about it." I'm like,
No, I'm just waiting for people
No,
to
no,
like
no.
boycott that movie just because they're like, "But that's a inaccurate
No.
description of Lincoln, and it's making fun of Lincoln, so I'm not gonna watch this movie."
No, what I would love to see is the 80-year-old couple that go into the wrong movie. They're going for the documentary. This is like ridiculous.
I knew Lincoln back then. He didn't act like that.
this is just like, it's like an episode of a funny TV show. Just the fact that these two movies are coming out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the characters of a funny TV show are gonna run into this.
Right. I once watched a movie with my friend entirely on one line because we were doing this movie night with the school and we had to pick 3 movies and we went to Inspector Gadget
Oh,
just so that we could do one line. And then like my friends in there, we got like all these students, teachers and shit, and He gets the part where he's like, he starts smacking on the girl, and he's like, "Go, go, gadget, dick!" It's like as loud as he possibly can.
What?
The only reason we went into
That was
day.
funny. It's just like go in just so you can yell it.
Just once. I mean, like top of his lungs. It wasn't even like. It still makes me laugh when I think about it.
Okay, for a second I thought you meant that he said it like in the movie, like
Yeah, you don't
legitimately in
remember
the
that part?
movie.
Oh,
No, that was the
yeah,
funniest part of the movie.
yeah. They took it out for the TV.
Yeah.
Did it really say it in the movie?
Yeah.
No.
Come
I'm
on,
so
Nate.
confused.
Get funny.
I've never seen it. I don't know.
It's a kids movie. It's like PG.
I don't know that. I've never seen it. It could be like rated
Oh,
R for
it's
all
got,
I know.
It's got the guy that plays Ferris Bueller. It's really kiddie.
Never watched that movie either.
Actually, I've never watched that either.
Oh, you gotta watch Ferris Bueller. It's good. I mean, it's 80s-ish, but you know, it's good.
80s-ish.
You know how stuff when it gets into the 80s, it almost becomes unwatchable.
Yeah.
Not because it's old, just because of the acting style back then was so like blatant.
They're so bad.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible.
It's like, what's wrong with their hair?
Yeah, that's exactly how it was.
Any other games you guys are looking forward to?
Looking forward to any other games.
I don't know, man. Like I'm looking forward to Kingdoms of Amalur, but I mean it's already come out. I just haven't bought it yet.
I'm looking forward to buying it.
I'm looking forward to buying it. Like it looks like so much fun. Oh my god.
Early one, Saints Row 3.
Oh, it's so. Oh god, you have to get that game.
Do you have
Seriously,
it?
It's pretty
we need to
bonkers.
play. We need to play it.
Well, I
Yeah.
love Saints Row, and Saints Row 3 just looks more ridiculous, so...
Yeah, Saints Row 3 is not like Saints Row. Saints Row 3 is like its own entity and unlike anything else.
There's like
Well,
a
it's
streaking
like-
mission, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
there's so
it's-
many missions that are crazy. There was a mission where I was riding in a chariot pulled by S&M Gimps, and whenever I shot the other chariots being pulled by S&M Gimps, they would explode for no reason.
I remember that mission. Oh my god.
That is crazy.
Dude,
No,
that
I
it
remember
was
that
so amazing. The game was so good. Holy shit.
in that first one, my favorite one, I did the Mayhem missions, where he's just like, caused $200,000 worth of damage.
There is that.
And I love that. And there was another one. There was another one in the first one. I played the first one through like 3 times, but I still don't have achievements because I hate Xbox. But there was this one where you had to do insurance fraud, and you had to like stand in front of a car and you'd get hit and you get hurt and then you would get so much money, right?
Yeah, that's
Well,
what you're doing.
So what you found out was like that if you got hit by a cop car or an ambulance, that you get more money because it'd be a civil lawsuit or something. I don't know. But then I found out that what you could do is steal a cop car and then drive it like 80 miles an hour into the wall and you'll fly through the windshield and it counts ridiculous, a ridiculous amount of money. And I like maxed it out. Like it was like, oh, get 200,000, and I went up to like 6 million or something like that. It was.
Wow.
That's
But do
good.
that is fun. All I did is fuck around on that game. I'd get on I'd spawn a rocket launcher, and then I'd run up to the little monorail, and then I'd run on the track, and then I'd wait till it came right towards me and see how last minute I could hit a rocket underneath the train so it flies over me.
That's the one thing I didn't.
So Saints Row the third.
The one thing I didn't get in Saints Row the
RPG
Third.
elements.
Well, no, hold on. The thing I didn't get in Saints Row the Third is they had that monorail track, but did you ever see a train on the monorail, Bob? When you
I
played
don't
the entire
remember
game?
The monorail, no.
It's like right outside the first tower you get as your hideout, the loft. Like there was this random train track that just never had anything on it that I don't ever remember doing anything with after beating the game. It's just there.
Well, another thing about Saints Row is like as you play the game and you're leveling up, you can give yourself resistance to certain things, and at some
Oh,
point
yeah.
you're just invincible. Like no cheats activated or anything like that. You're just invincible, and you can still get your achievements and shit. So you're just like, I'm gonna jump off this building, and you just jump off a building and land. And you're like, okay, and then you're just invincible. You do anything that you want.
You can buy infinite ammo.
Yeah.
You can buy infinite
Crazy.
ammo. You can buy
Yeah,
a reload.
that's a perk that you can get. Like you can
Yeah.
buy a perk that makes it so you don't have to reload ever.
I love
Crazy.
those. It's so fun.
Yeah, that was a totally. I bet they did that. You know, I think they went that direction with Saints Row because they want to differentiate between Grand Theft Auto, and also they knew people that played Saint Row loved the physics and loved to fuck around
That's what you do
more.
in this
So
game.
even and like those are actually cheats in the first one. You would dial them into your phone. You dial in a cheat, and you wouldn't have to reload, and you'd have infinite ammo. So you just walk around with your like rocket launcher with a trigger hold down. It's
See, this is the great thing about Saints Row the Third, though, is like instead of that being a cheat that you put in, you earn that. Like that's
Yeah,
a
you
legitimate
can
part of the
eventually earn it,
game.
yeah.
You don't even
That's just
cheat.
cool.
Well, see, okay,
Yeah.
so Bob, you need to help me buy this so we can actually do stuff together. Help me buy the Colossus for my computer so I can hook up my Xbox to it, and we
What's
can
the
play.
Colossus?
It's an HD PVR that basically I plug into my motherboard, and I can plug the Xbox into it, and then I plug the Colossus into my graphics card and into my computer,
Uh-huh.
and it'll let me play through a program on my computer, my Xbox, and it'll record everything
I
coming
see.
off my
Oh,
Xbox
that's
through my
sweet.
computer, and it doesn't
Well-
use up my graphics card, so like it doesn't, my computer won't slow down like it does with Fraps, you know.
Well, I don't think that Shadow of the Colossus has multiplayer.
You know, you can achieve the same thing by just putting like Mountain Dew inside your CD slots.
Oh yeah, is that,
Yeah.
is that how it works?
Okay, the reason I always say that is, do you guys ever watch Strong Bad?
Yes.
A little
Strong
bit.
Bad? Okay,
I
well,
love
if you
Strong
went and
Bad.
watched some of his other movies, which actually better than Strong Bad, there's this the Homestar Runner, the white guy with a little hat.
Hmm.
He does this little show. Where he's like, "Hi, I'm Homestar Runner. How to fix Strong Bad's computer?" And he gets out this like 2-liter Mountain Dew. He's like, "Apply Mountain Dew liberally." And he just like pours it all over the computer. And like anytime anyone says something about fixing something, I just think of that little pouring Mountain Dew like all over it.
I remember Homestar Runner. I remember getting into that like when it first came out.
It was back when the internet didn't support full motion video. It was all black.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This albino black sheep time period.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Project X or whatever that thing was called.
Like I remember one of the ones that was really bad was on albino black sheep, and it was Laughing Farting Kitten. Did y'all ever see that one?
Mm.
That was
It's basically-
stupid as shit.
I know it was stupid as shit, but back then when we were like immature, like we're not immature
No,
now.
even when I was immature, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
No, me and my friend watched it, and it made us laugh so hard that we fell out of our chairs and couldn't get up to turn it off.
Wait.
So we couldn't stop this video, and it just kept going and going because it loops infinitely, and we couldn't turn it off, and we were like, "Oh my god, we're gonna die here," because
That
I
was,
can't
like,
turn it
back
off.
Before, like the first time you saw a video like that was just like going insane.
Yeah. Definitely.
I remember there was a funny video. Like there were all these prank videos on albino black sheep, and you could send them like emails.
Mhm.
You know, like you could attach them to an email, and there was one that was just like an "I love you" card from the Happy Seal, and it was just like an e-card, and it was like this seal that was like, "Hey there, I love you, just like blowing kisses at the screen as the seal. It's all quiet, so you'd have to turn it up to hear what it was saying. And then all of a sudden it's just like analsex.com. Oh, anal all the time. Super loud.
But that's one of the scary pictures that would pop up at you, like look for Waldo.
There was
or
one of
whatever.
those that like
Jump scares.
literally scared the shit out of me because
Yeah.
there was one of them that
He
was,
literally
it was
pooped
called
his pants.
like literally I just pooped in my grandma's computer chair. There was a video that it was called like Subliminal Messages or something.
I think I
And it
remember
was like
that
a
one.
long
Yeah.
drawn out video, and it would
Mhm.
like it was like, okay, look at this image. This image, if you flip it upside down, it looks like this. Okay, now if you look at this advertisement's actually saying this, blah blah blah. And it would get to this part where it was like, now if you listen to this reciting of the Lord's Prayer backwards, it sounds all
Yeah.
crazy and demonic. And it would get halfway through it, and then it would like flash all these horrible images and scream, and it was just like babies covered in blood and all kinds of stuff. That one would get you.
Yeah,
It's
that
crazy.
one.
Like they took it too far that time.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad. I remember that one. Oh man. We should link all these videos in the description.
Oh, everything we mentioned. Yeah. Well, we could probably do it. No, I don't think it
I
would be too
forgot.
bad.
I forgot everything we just.
I'll do it. If you don't, I'll
Building
do
for
it. I'll put it on.
LSX.com.
No, let's not. Let's not like that.
Yeah, we don't have to.
It's not necessary.
Well, there was one that was like the hand-eye coordination test. That was the funniest one to use to scare people because it was like you'd have to do all these hand-eye coordination tricks, you know. You get to one that was like trace the 3D letter S, and you'd be like tracing it real close, trying to follow this dot, and get halfway through and just scare the shit out of you.
I do know. I probably mentioned this to y'all. I don't know what to put it on the cast though, but a good way to play a trick on somebody is really easy. Just go to the with your regular computer screen, hit print screen, then go to your paint, make that your background.
Dude,
And
I
then
could just expand on this so much.
hide all your icons. So what you do is you have a picture, your background has all the icons on it, but they're not really there. So you go and you're like, what the fuck, man? Can't click on anything.
Okay, so I would go so hardcore with this that people would just like lose their mind because that was level 1 of this prank, okay? So what you would do to make it worse, let me see if I can gather this all together because I would do this in my computer library and the librarian was just like, I don't even, what is this? I can't. Because what I would do is I'd do that, I'd get it into the paint, but then I'd flip it, alright? I'd flip that image, okay? And then what I would do, this is so great, I'd flip that image, and I'd save it, and then I'd make that image the background, and I had all the icons. Then I would Control-Alt-Down and flip the entire monitor, so then it would look like a normal screen, but your mouse would be inverted. And none of the icons would work. So they'd go up and it would look normal, but the little mouse would be upside down. Their cursor would be upside down and it wouldn't work right, and the icons would work.
That's great.
And then I would just so funny. But then I started fucking with it even more, and then I was like, okay, what if I just left the background upside down? Because what the teacher would do is or the librarian, she could monitor what all the different monitors showed from her computer, and she'd see one was upside down and be like, oh, they're doing it again, and go over and like try to mess with it and like not be able to fix it because it was actually right side up.
No, I have to say, I've done this 4 or 5 times, maybe 6, I'm not sure, but every time I went to like a Target or Walmart or Best Buy, and I would go and mess with the Xbox they had, and if I would put them, all I could do is put them in Russian or whatever. And what sucks is like the word language is in Russian, so there's no way in hell that your ass is gonna know where that is. So seriously, I think the one at Brenham was like in Russian for 2 weeks before they figured it out. I did it a lot of places. And in fact, anytime they just don't have them on a display anymore, but I'd still do it.
I used to, I'd sit in computer class like in middle school, and they had this certain combination of a certain kind of computer with Windows XP.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen this happen one other time. I mean, you could hit up and down on a web browser on Internet Explorer at the same time, your up and down scroll arrow keys, and it would start scrolling up and down back and forth really fast because it was just registering back and forth between the two. But you could just sit there and hold them for a long time, and it would register a lot more key presses.
Oh
than
yeah,
it
it
was
would
able to do
backlog
at
them.
once. It would backlog them really far, and just leave it to do it for like 30 seconds or so. Well, one time I got too carried away, and I held it for too long, and then it went on for about a minute, and then the computer started billowing smoke everywhere. Yeah.
It's not good.
Well, it makes me want to go to like Best Buy and flip all their monitors upside down, and then like go up and ask the salespeople what's wrong with their computers and see if they actually know what's going on.
Yeah, they're such, oh my god, such idiots. Like I was getting my brother was buying a computer and this guy's trying to sell him some antivirus, and I'm like, no, he can have AGV free, it's
AVG.
fine. And he's like, no, it's not, it still lets stuff through. And I was just like, no, it doesn't. Do you even know what you're talking about? He's like, this computer's better than this one. I'm like, why? He's like, that has more RAM and it's cheaper and it actually has slots for the graphics card. He's just kind of looking at me, and I'm like, I don't hate people being stupid about something. I hate people being stupid about something, but acting like they know everything.
Dude, you should have seen it. I was
Yeah.
at Best Buy the other day, and I seriously saw this. There was a couple and a kid, and they were in the video game section, and they're just sitting there. I walk up in the middle of this conversation, and they're talking to a store attendant, and they're like, they said something about the Wii Motion Plus, and the attendant's like, the salesman, he's standing there, he takes the Wii Motion Plus and he holds it up, because it shows it like stuck on a nunchuck, and he holds it in his hand, and he goes, yeah, the Wii Motion Plus, what it does is it leans up against your wrist whenever you're using it, so you have better control.
Wow.
That's just bad.
And I just
Was this
stood
at
there
Walmart?
like, no, this is Best Buy.
Oh, Best Buy. Oh my.
And I just stood there dumbfounded, like, did he just? I think he just told him that. I'm just gonna walk off. I'm not even gonna touch that situation.
That's,
Well, and
that's
it's. I had a friend who worked at GameStop, and you know how like basically you might run into that rare person at GameStop who actually plays video games, like hardcore video games, not like a casual gamer, but like actually knows what they're talking about when it comes to video games.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, he's like, man, I hardcore game, I play all these games, and he really did. He knew a lot about them, and he was like, I'm gonna be that one guy that is actually able to help these people. And I felt so sorry for him because he worked there for 3 months, and he came back to me, and I was like, dude, so are you like changing people's lives with your video game guru-ness, And he's like, oh man, forget that. He's like, I'll have a customer come up with 2 games, and I'll tell them obviously which one's a better game, and they'll pick the worst of the 2 just because they want to. And he's like, forget that. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm not even helping people anymore. And I was like, wow, no wonder everyone's so stupid at GameStop, because no one cares anymore.
Yeah.
No one just don't gives a damn.
I've given people advice at GameStop. They're like asking, should I get this or this? They're like, should I get a 360 or a PS3? And then like the person at GameStop just like, well, it's just. I'm like, you can tell, just like they're gonna.
Like, should I get
whatever.
Portal 2 or Duke Nukem Forever?
Yeah, it's just like what?
It's like, well, have you ever thought about committing suicide? Yes. Well, then get
It's like,
Duke
do you
Nukem
have
Forever.
children?
Oh my god! And you know what? I played that game because I used to have Netflix. I mean, not Netflix, GameFly, which I fucking hate.
And I was about to say, Netflix is... I didn't even know about this.
No, GameFly. Although Blockbuster does game rentals, and if you want to
So
do
does
them, do it
Redbox,
from them.
too.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like their mail thing. So you can get
Mhm.
Blu-rays or games or DVDs for the same price as Netflix's DVDs. But
I need to
yeah,
stop
GameFly
my
sucks.
GameFly. I need to stop my GameFly. I still have it.
It's terrible. It's like, hey, you want to play the game that just came out? Yeah, we're not going to give it to you. We're going to give you number 4 on your list.
Oh, then you have to wait 6
So
months
bad.
for everybody
Like-
else to play the game.
And yeah, but that game was really bad. Like Duke Nukem, I tried to like it. It wasn't funny enough to be funny, to for me to put up with the fact that game sucked in every way possible.
I
It
know.
was
I
just
mean,
bad. I mean, well, yeah, it's independent. No, this is just like exceedingly terrible. There's no excuse. There's
you
no
actually had to try to make this game this bad.
Look, I'll tell you what it was. I was playing it and there was this big monster thing, and you had to kill it, and there was no cover, which you need in that game, and I'm running around killing him, and after, I swear to God, like probably about 5 hours worth of working on this guy, I kill him, finally, because it's just impossible. There's nothing to get behind, you can't do the same thing every time, so I kill him, and he gets right back up. I'm like, are you serious? Are you that cheap? You're just gonna make me kill him twice? And I was just like, I just took it out of my Xbox, and I'm like, never again, never again.
Just burn it.
Wasted so many hours of my
Call
life.
GameFly, you're like, look, motherfuckers, no more.
Where do you live, motherfucker?
Like, I want to know who's responsible.
Who's responsible for this shit? I will spend my last waking hour gouging out their eyes. Just bad. No,
Oh,
it's not the
man.
worst. Okay, I have to say the worst game I played was Sniper.
Oh.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, the game might have been good if A, it had any plot at all. And I'm not, like, exaggerating. There was 2 movie scenes, and they didn't have anything to do with each other. You just shot people the whole game, and it was so buggy. It was, like, you would, like, this is what would happen. You're walking on some rocks, right? You're coming out of some water onto some rocks, and you get stuck. You get physically stuck. Left, right, front, back. You can't jump. And you're stuck on this little pebble, and you can't move, and you have to restart the level. Oh my god. Like seriously, if
Sounds
if
like
I've
trying
ever
to drive a car in Borderlands.
if I've
God, I
ever
love
if,
driving a car in
but
Borderlands.
it was so bad that you'd get stuck and you would have to I like that game made me want to kill people. Like,
Maybe that was the whole point of the game, was to make you want to kill people.
it was so funny because at the end of the game, like there's a big explosion and there's like 4 guys walking towards you. I don't even know their damn names. Like they're the main characters. I'm like, who the fuck?
When the hell did you get in the game? I don't even remember you.
The bad thing too is whoever did the art for that game got screwed because the art in that game was amazing, but everything else was terrible. It was just gouge your eyes out with it.
Well, Nate knows about it a little bit, but Bob, I don't think I told you about it. But I've decided to do a new series for the.
Tell me about it.
I did. I tell everybody about it. I'm so excited for this series. Like
I'm just
you don't
demanding
even know.
you tell me about it right now.
Oh, I thought you said you've told me about. Oh, okay.
Tell me.
Basically, it's a new series that everyone plays like the games on hardcore, and they think they're so like MLG because they can play it on hardcore. Well, I've developed a new, like you could call it a mod, I guess, a new difficulty level for every game that supports an Xbox controller and a mouse and keyboard at the same time. I've called it difficulty level lyric. And I'll have her sitting in the high chair next to me, and I'll give her the Xbox controller, and I've turned up all the sticks to like maximum sensitivity. And then I try to play the game with her playing with the Xbox controller.
That is great, dude.
And
I
like,
didn't know about that.
I thought I told
That
you.
is a
Trying to
great
play on
idea. I didn't hear
drugs.
about it.
Exactly. Like I was,
Seriously.
and then with my webcam, I'm recording her playing with the controller, so you can see her playing with the controller in the video. And I was trying to play Battlefield 3, like the campaign. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Like you're just walking and like all these guys pop out of the hallway and you're like, oh, I'm gonna shoot them, and then she like turns the joystick and suddenly you're looking at the ceiling. And you're just like getting shot all up in the back and you can't look down because the mouse won't override the game controller.
That's great.
Or like I'm running through a hallway and she's just like holding down the trigger, so I'm just like wasting all of my ammo.
That's awesome.
It's the best. It's awesome because it's so frustrating because you're like, oh my god, you're killing me. I can't do anything.
I did that. I did something like that one time for a bed. I was playing
Oh, that's so much
GoldenEye,
fun.
and I was number 1 every time. My roommates played it we played it every day, and I bet them that I could get 3 kills playing with my left foot, and I got 4.
Wow.
It was just like ownage. I'm like, it was just one of those things. Like, yeah. And hey, I have a question for you, but you don't know. Do you know what the first game with dual analog sticks shooter was? It was actually GoldenEye. GoldenEye had a controller mode where you used 2 N64 controllers, 1 in each hand.
So even
Really?
Nintendo knew they fucked that one up.
Yeah.
2 controllers in one? How does that even
Okay,
work?
so
It's
this
really
is the
hard.
first in a long line of Nintendo being like, man, our hardware is really lacking. Because if you look at like even right now what they're doing with the 3DS, they're like, well, we definitely should have put in a second thumbstick.
Don't they have some add-on or some shit?
So why don't we make a giant boat that you set your 3DS in that has one on it?
Yeah, they're doing that.
Exactly.
They actually have, for Kid Icarus, they have a stand for you to put your 3DS on because you're supposed to play in a way that is not normal because you have to like use the stylus while at the same time using the thumbstick, I think.
So what do? Stick the stylus in your mouth and play with the thumbstick?
But like the way that it works is like you have to put it on a stand so that you can pull it off because it gets too heavy if you're trying to do it that way.
That's just so.
It's like
Oh,
Nintendo
like you're
just-
holding it up with your pinky and then like drawing.
It's like if you think about the way that Nintendo has just like made weird wonky shit for their hardware.
Yeah.
Well, and I wonder about that. Do you think that Nintendo just has these ideas that don't really make sense, or do you think they just don't care anymore?
I think they don't care, and I think
I
this
don't
is
think
why.
they give a fuck.
Okay, you know how the Wii doesn't play DVDs?
Uh huh.
Guess what the Wii U plays?
I
Not
bet it plays
DVDs.
DVDs.
Does not play. It does not play Blu-rays, and it does not play DVDs.
What?
I am not making this up. The Wii U will not play DVDs or Blu-rays.
Does it play
It won't even-
games?
It won't even play
It doesn't-
DVDs.
it's just
Oh,
it's decoration.
I'm like, seriously, I think whoever's in charge of like their development department it has to be irritating for everyone there, because he must be like, no, don't put a DVD player. I'm like, but all like
Everything now has a
drives,
DVD player.
every single drive can read DVDs. You sure you don't want us? No.
Invent a
He
new
just
drive
sounds like
that just
Macho
can't.
Man Randy Savage. It's like, no.
Oh man, yeah, and it's kind of funny because it was like I loved when Nintendo came out with their first demo of the new Zelda game that would be coming out for the Wii U, and they're like, yeah, we stepped up our console hardware so that even an Xbox 360 can't play the Wii U demo for the new Zelda game, and you're like, well, it shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
I mean, Xbox is like, this is a new
4 years
next
old,
gen.
isn't it?
No.
Like, this
Xbox
is
is a
so
lot
good,
older.
It's
than
even
5
a
that.
years
little bit better than what's out.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh.
okay, so your next gen system can play something the gen before it can't. That's an
Don't
accomplishment.
worry, each controller will be $150 and have a giant ass screen in the middle of it.
See, the surprise,
Yeah, dude, and if
the
those
real
screens,
surprise is that Nintendo made a next-gen console.
yeah. Well, I mean, they just
I
have so
was
much
surprised.
money; it doesn't even matter. Well, no, but did you know they were talking about not making the controller not being 1080p? Like they were talking about making it like either 720 or lower. And you're like, really? In this whole era of everything has to be 1080p or it's a complete piece of crap, that's completely ridiculous.
What it really comes down to, though, is the touch screen on the controllers are the same kind of touch screen that they have on the DS, which is like
Poop.
that works on a DS because you always use a stylus and it's a small one. But if you're using one that big, it's gonna be bullshit. No one's gonna want to use that.
Oh, but
We have the
also
iPad 3 coming out.
the thing that a lot of people don't know is the majority of Xbox 360 and PS3 games are not in 1080p. They're in 720.
Well, that's because
98% of them. I think I've played maybe 1 or 2 games that actually.
well, I mean, but that's because these Xboxes are using 5 or 6-year-old GPUs.
Oh yeah. They should definitely with the Wii U do it, but
I mean, they can't handle like anything on any higher graphic quality.
I think Nintendo is just too stubborn that they want to make a kid system that is gimmicky. If it wasn't gimmicky, they don't think people would buy it. The thing is, people buy the PS3 and the Xbox because it's a really fast machine that plays games and it has one controller, or used to.
And it's awesome.
Yeah, that's all people want. They don't want all this movement.
I feel like that's a really good argument, but at the same time, I'm more for the 3DS right now than I am for the Vita. Now, if the Vita had games as good as the 3DS, then hell yeah, Vita, but it just
No,
doesn't.
I would say that too. I'd get the 3DS.
Well, but how many of the 3DS games are original IP? I mean,
Yeah, that's true. They're all remanufactured 64 games.
exactly. They're taking the most popular titles and remaking them. Of course, they're gonna sell. Everyone's gonna buy them.
Well, that's what they're doing with the Vita too. They just made another Uncharted. They made.
No, but they're not redos though. They're not just like a.
But
like,
they're new
Like
games.
Star Fox is straight up Star Fox 64.
Well, yeah,
in 3D.
there's two
3D.
N64 games.
They just put it. There's like Mario Kart and that one and Zelda.
Well, they didn't
Yeah.
remake Mario Kart. They have a new Mario Kart for 3DS.
Oh my
Oh, I
gosh,
thought
I
it was
think
64. The one
I don't like the new Mario Karts. Like, I keep getting sick of them adding new stuff to Mario Kart. Just like go back to the old one. You know, I don't want to fly around in a hang glider. I don't want to become a submarine. I don't want to be an airplane. I just want to be a kart. It's called Mario Kart, not Mario other
Okay,
vehicles.
Guys, I gotta interrupt you real quick with a completely not. So right now when I was listening to y'all, I was going through my Facebook.
What is it with you and like going off on tangents, dude?
Cause I'm reading my Facebook while I was listening, and Tosh.0 shared a link, and you know when they have those portraits that are made up out of little pictures.
Uh huh.
Okay, this is a portrait of this guy that's going for president or whatever, Rick
Rick
Santorum,
Santorum. Yeah.
made out of gay porn.
What?
Oh, that's
I don't
great.
really want to zoom in, but I'm gonna take the word for it. I'm sorry, this made me laugh, and yeah, okay.
That's good.
Talk about Zelda.
Dude, that would be hilarious to do that to anybody. You know, it's just like as a prank to your friend. Just like,
Okay.
oh hey, I made this picture for you. It's you.
Okay, I gotta. Who has been going on? It's either you, Nathan, Bob, or Emily, and I'm assuming it's Bob and Emily. Who keeps going on to the Nerd Hub Radio Facebook page and liking a bunch of random?
That's me.
That's not me.
I forgot I was signed in. I thought I was on...
See, I unliked all this stuff yesterday, and there's like Reptar, Batman: The Dark Knight, Doug,
Okay, that
Fresh
wasn't
Prince.
me. That wasn't me.
Who is doing this?
I liked a bunch of magic
That one
stuff.
sounds like Emily.
I unliked all
Yeah,
this
Doug.
yesterday. Oh my gosh, who's Facebooking? Like, I swear I'm gonna unadmin all of you if you don't stop doing this. Oh, it bothers me.
I just forgot to sign out. I hate all these things that keep you signed in.
Yeah. Well, no. Okay. The one thing I do love, the one good thing Google has ever done, is on YouTube and on like Gmail and stuff. You can be logged into multiple accounts at the same time, and you can just switch between the accounts, and they never log out.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
They don't do that
amazing.
with Yahoo. I have 2 Yahoo accounts. Always have to sign out of one.
So like I can be on YouTube and I can post a video on the Nerd Hub Radio channel,
But
and then
you know
switch to
what?
my channel and watch, all the videos and not have to be on the Nerd Hub Radio channel.
So me, Mr.
That's really
Dinosaur, or Mr. Cheap Ass, just got a smartphone like 3 days ago, and what I can do on my phone that I cannot do on the internet, that is part of the Yahoo app, is I can be signed into both of them at once. But I can't do that online. So I'm just never gonna check my email on my computer anymore. Like, what's the point? Oh, and the other thing is my prepaid. Okay, I'm doing prepaid, right? And I looked up. I know Alex knows this because he commented on my post on Facebook. But I'm doing prepaid, and you think prepaid is more expensive than your monthly plans. It's cheaper by like $40 a month to be prepaid instead of being on a plan. And I just, it's like, I have no idea anymore.
So Nathan, I'm looking at my magic deck that I basically built like 3 days ago. And it's I'm 2 cards, and I want to know what you think of these 2 cards.
Okay,
Okay, card number 1, Blighted Agent. Do you know what it does?
not off the top of my head.
Wait, whoa. Blighted Agent or
Yeah.
Blighted Asian?
We're gonna go with Agent on that one.
Okay, I heard Asian. I was kind of confused.
So Blighted Agent is a blue 1/1 unblockable with Infect, and it costs 2. So I made a
Cool.
blue-green Infect deck, and the other card is definitely going to be Titanic Growth. Which Titanic Growth is creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn, and it costs 2.
Yep. Yep.
That
The new
is just absurd.
The new infect mechanics are pretty crazy. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It's like I built this deck, and it's like a turn 3 win deck.
That's sweet. The guys I play with, they piss me off because he had an infinity deck, and I really hate those. But he basically had this combo of cards where he tapped a creature to create a token. He sacrificed the token to create a mana, used the mana to untap the creature, and then and then he ended up getting 2 whatever. So anyways, the infinite thing, he got infinite flying tokens that were 1/1. Just tapped it a bunch, and I'm like, okay.
That's hilarious.
But like, there's a couple of them. Like my brother made a squirrel deck, and he just made it to be funny. And what my brother does, which is really good, anyone who wants to play Magic doesn't want to spend money. My brother does is he goes on to Magic to Gather. There's some Magic sites online where you can search for stuff.
Mm.
You can build a deck. I can't remember the name of the site. You build a deck on the site, and then he prints out all those cards, and then he just cuts them up and puts them in card protectors, and then he tests them out. And like he played this infinite squirrel token deck. He was just doing it to be funny, but then he found out he could make infinite squirrels, and there were just like shit tons of squirrels.
Oh man.
That kind of reminds me of when we were playing on the planeswalkers
Yeah.
online, and you kept using overgrowth
Oh.
on me, and I got to a point where there were like 30 tokens
Oh yeah.
on the map, and then for like every token you would use like the same thing again, and it would just like more tokens, and you attacked me with like 50 people at the exact same time.
Oh yeah, man. That game. There's one
Oh
deck
my
on there. It's really
God.
OP. I love it.
Yeah, I have a
Because-
black-blue zombie deck that runs like that.
So this game, this one, I only have one copy of this card in this deck, because that Magic game, the way they could get away with it is that it's just pre-made decks, because if it was make whatever you want deck, the AI couldn't keep up with it, so it's all
Yeah.
And
pre-made.
the AI would shit itself.
Yeah,
Basically.
so you can switch your cards around. I got this new one called.
But it's only a certain amount of cards within
right.
the
you get like
larger deck.
you get like 70 cards. You can take them down to 40, or not that many, like 60 or
You
50.
get like a
but-
side, basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so there's this deck made a lot of tokens. It would like destroy a creature, and you get a number of 1/1 tokens equal to that creature's casting cost. If there was like 5, I'd have like 5 1/1s. Well, there's this other card I have one of, and I'm gonna make a real life deck to this because I love it. It's called Mass Polymorph. It says exile X creatures, or exile all the creatures in play. Pick that many creatures off the top of your library until you reveal that many and put them into play. So what it was is that all I have in that deck
How
is
much does that one cost?
it's like 4 or 5, and then it's like, so I have like a bunch of shitty, all these tokens, like 16 tokens. the lowest like the lowest power creature in my deck is like a 6/6, and the top is like a 12/12 Elderzari, whatever the hell. So it's just like like freaking ridiculous amounts of like badass creatures
Oh my
just
God.
coming out of my ass. No, but that deck is so much fun. I don't play it because it's good. I play it because it's so pissy. There's these new cards that came out because I haven't played with a while. When you attack, they have to sacrifice 4 permanents. It's called Annihilate 4. So just when you attack, and then I have this other one on that deck. You attack.
Annihilator.
If you attack, and if you pay 8, you can tap up to 8 of their permanents, and they don't untap next turn. So
I've seen that one.
once you get that card out, let alone 2, because I got like 2 or 3 of them out at once. It's like, no, you're dead. You're dead either this turn or next turn, whatever I feel like. You know.
So whenever the Dark Ascension expansion pack came out the other day, me and my buddy went and we picked up a couple fat packs, and I got a Sorin Lord of Innistrad card in my fat pack. So the fat pack paid for itself and then some, just with that
Oh,
one
cool.
card.
Was it like a mythic rare?
Yeah, it was a mythic rare planeswalker, the only planeswalker in the
Oh.
set, and it's worth 50
Wow.
bucks.
Whoa, dude. That's crazy. I hadn't got a
Yeah.
lot of...
So
it makes me
he's
feel
a
left
black
out because
white.
I don't know what you're talking about.
he's a black-white planeswalker, okay?
It's a
his
new
plu-
card type they had a while back.
Yeah, he's a black-white planeswalker. He costs 4. He starts with 3. His +1 is put a 1/1 vampire creature token into play with lifelink. His -2 is you get an emblem that says all of your creatures get +1/+0 for the rest of the game. And his -6 is destroy 3 creatures on your opponent's side and then put them in control on your side.
Crazy.
Oh man, that reminds me of the time when I was, because it would always happen like this whenever me and Nate would play. I would destroy him in the very beginning of the game, and I would be able to end the game early. And then I would decide to let him play the game out. Like, he'd have like 4 health, and I'd decide, I don't want to just kill him, I want to overkill him. And so
Yeah.
I'd bring out, like, what was it? It was like a 4/4, and I had like 8 cards out, and I equipped that gave 1/1 for every card. So it became like a 12-12, and then I gave it flying, and then I put another thing on it that gave it another like 2-0, and it was just like this crazy powerful card. And then I'm about to kill him,
Active
and he
reason.
no he what was the card you played? It basically
Mind controlled.
yeah, he played
Oh,
mind
you
control,
mind-
and he took the card. And I was like, no, all my cards. And he got
Yeah.
like a bunch because he had then the artifact moved to his side, so he got a bunch of bonuses for his creatures. And then like every time I tapped any of my creatures, his creature would get 1/1.
Yeah, it was bad, but you definitely got to get
terrible.
it, Bob, so we could all three play. There's actually there's 3-on-1, which is freaking awesome. It uses this arch enemy system, where there's this there's like a secondary deck of cards that are really big, and they're like scheme cards. They basically make it for 3 people against 1. It is really hard for those 3 people to win. It like every turn it gets a bonus for that one person. It makes really cool 1 versus 3s.
I got this other card, another mythic rare. It's a mythic rare artifact I got in my fat pack. It's a sword, and it costs 7 to play it. It's an it's an equipment. It costs 7 to play it, and 1 to equip it. And when the equipped creature gets like +1/+0, but when that equipped creature deals damage to a player, transform the artifact, and the artifact transforms into a 13/13 with flying intimidate,
Oh.
trample.
That's
Wow.
crazy. I didn't know they had them like that. Because they got these new cards, Alex. They flip. They're like
Yeah.
Werewolves, basically. So there's
Dude,
like
the werewolves
there's no
are so
there's no
good.
back. Yeah, there's no back to the card. So
You have
what
to
happens?
put
The
substitute cards
condition
in.
the condition is met, and then it gets flipped over, and then it's like badass.
Now there's this awesome thing that everybody's using Delvers in their deck now. What it is Delver of Secrets. So it's a 1/1 blue creature that costs 1, and its effect is at your upkeep you flip the top card of your deck, and if it's an instant or sorcery you transform it.
Mm-mm.
And when you transform it, it becomes a 3/2 with flying.
Mm-hmm.
And so like turn 2 you can have a 3/2 with flying and do other stuff.
This is crazy.
Turn 2 you can have a 3/2 with flying and have enough mana on the field to do, for instance, a what is it, Psychic Barrier, which is counter target creature spell and its controller loses 1 life, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, you get like multiple Delvers out there and you end up with multiple 3/2 flyers at the beginning of the game. It's just impossible.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You know what I bet everyone didn't know about our podcast?
What?
That we're actually a Magic podcast.
Yeah, it turns out
And that's what we
we're a
talk
Magic the
about.
Gathering
Yeah,
podcast.
we're a Magic the Gathering
Yep.
podcast. We don't. We're taking all the content off YouTube and just putting Magic the Gathering on YouTube. That's all we're
There
gonna
you
have.
go. There you go.
I have a little sticky note on my side monitor that's like, on Monday I'll post a Borderlands episode. On Wednesday it'll be Dead Space 2. Now it's all gonna say
Monday, Magic the Gathering. Tuesday, Magic the Gathering. Yep.
Wednesday Magic the Gathering.
Thursday, Magic the Gathering.
And Sunday,
should-
I don't. Since Sunday, I'm a church boy. We don't believe in magic. It won't be magic. It'll be
Only on Sundays, though.
only on Sunday. Only on Sundays.
Well,
I like
we
how
should-
this conversation's devolved into magic.
Oh,
It's
I know,
all
right?
magic and magic tactics and.
Well,
Why are we making other videos? We just need to make magic videos. That's
there you go.
well, y'all
Well,
need to do it.
Bob,
You
I
don't know
think
shit
you
about magic.
you definitely need to get that game. I think your computer.
Yeah,
can
I
run it.
have. Well, I have the demo of it on my Xbox.
That would be cool if they linked, but I don't think they do.
Yeah, you know, Nathan, we could totally play games with Bob, but he's buying a car, so.
That's
So
true.
we can't, because it's gonna be like a year before he gets enough money to purchase a PC.
Well, he might be able to run the Magic game on there. I mean, I'm not positive.
He has to buy it first.
I might be able to run the Magic game on my like home PC.
That would be cool. It's
Come
too bad they
on,
don't link the online between the Xbox and. I mean, I would
They did.
assume they don't.
Well, no, they don't, and that's man, I'm getting really tired of big box titles and like Microsoft being like, yeah, we're not gonna link anything to Steam because Steam is stealing all our money.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? You know, if you linked to Steam, do you know how many people would buy both frickin' games?
Oh, so
You
I
know?
did have some news that I just thought
Ugh.
of. So you know how, have you ever bought, like, there's some games that started coming out, they were combating the selling used games like a GameStop. It's like
Yeah.
Homefront, where you had to pay like $10. If you didn't buy it new, you had to pay $10 to play it online.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy in the gaming club told me that, and don't quote me on this. This is what he told me. He says that Xbox released a statement saying that all of their games will be a one-use game. So
Yeah,
you buy
bullshit.
it.
It's just a rumor right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Is it just
talking
a
about
rumor?
it. Yeah, they're
'Cause I
talking
don't.
about it, but they haven't done anything about
They
it yet.
didn't release a statement.
It's okay. Good.
Like, if probably, I bet you someone blogged about it, and then
Mhm.
everyone's just like, "Oh my gosh, they're really gonna do this."
Well, it's just believable enough to believe.
I mean, yeah,
It is believable, and you know what? Good on them, because the used game market is bullshit. So,
Yeah. It's
I mean,
just,
I just don't support it. I hate GameStop for so many different reasons right now. It's like, after the shit that they've pulled on stuff like Deus Ex, it's like,
Well, GameStop in general is just ripping you off. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, in every way.
but now they're
possible.
ripping off publishers too, because it's like, for instance,
Yeah.
GameStop, Deus Ex Human Revolution came with that. I talked about this in an episode before. It came with that piece of paper that had a code so that you could use a different video game streaming service, and they just started ripping them out of there. They're like, screw it, we're
Yeah.
not going to let them. And because
This-
GameStop is so big, they didn't face any gigantic repercussions for doing that, because, you don't want to anger the fans if you're Square Enix.
Yeah. Well, the thing that would be good with a system like that is that it makes more good games come out, because if you're like a low level publisher, say you spent a lot of money making like a really shitty game like Sniper.
Indie Dev.
It's gonna get, anytime that you have a low quality game, or maybe just one that had a lot of money in it, you're just gonna sell it back immediately. All it means is that, hey, maybe 2 million people would have bought this game, but because it's used and they crank through it in 3 days,
Mhm.
you only sell 200,000 copies, and it makes it not worth it. It's like
Exactly.
you either go AAA or you just don't mess with the market, because it's not worth it for the small.
Yeah, and so basically what GameStop is doing is it's just scooping off a big chunk of those profits, and people are saying, well, GameStop supports the industry because more people play video games because they're cheaper. It's like,
No, they don't.
no, people were playing video games back when it was $80,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Games are
honestly,
cheaper now. Games are cheaper now retail, like whenever they are released new, than they have ever been. And so it's not a
Mhm.
good excuse at all.
well, the thing is, like, honestly, I would go and pay, $60 to buy a new game just because it's a new game.
Yeah.
If it's a game that I like, I want to support the people who like it because, hey, I want a second game. I want a sequel to this game. It's good. I want to give them what they are due.
Mhm.
And it's just that's why I'm really behind the whole movement to digital media.
Oh, absolutely, because that's how you support your publishers.
You
Yeah.
know.
Well, the
I-
only thing I don't like about the system is the gamble, is that I did it with Sniper. I spent $45 for that game, new, or $40, and I'm like, hey, this looks good. It's done by independent. I think I'm gonna like it, and then I buy it, and it's a gamble because that game sucked ass, and I fucking hated it. And then I realized within 5 minutes of getting home that this game sucks, and I know I can't return it for the full price.
Mhm.
That's the only reason why I think the used game market is necessary. I mean, I wish there was
Well,
just a better way
I
to do
don't.
it.
Well, the better way to do it is demos.
And a better
Yeah.
way to do it is don't buy shitty games. Like, read about them before you buy them too.
Well, yeah,
Demos
but
is
you
awesome.
can't expect people to be bothered to go read things and be informed on the decisions that they're about to make. You can't expect.
No,
them
there's
to
no.
do
You
that.
can't.
No,
You can't
no,
expect
no.
people to use knowledge.
No, of course. Reading.
Hey,
I
hey,
mean, what?
If there was a Sniper demo, I would have played it. That's the way.
Exactly.
And that's what we're going towards with digital.
I mean, we used to
Yeah.
have that. I mean, you used to have. Do you remember when the Xbox would come out with their demo packs? Like, it's just a free CD, or you could
Oh.
pay $10 and get like 20
Yeah.
demos, and
Like,
they were
PS1 had that.
yeah, and they were good long demos. Like, they were hour and a half content that you really got to see the
Rapid
mechanics
the
of the
rapid.
game. Were you gonna like it? Was it something you'd be interested in? And then when the game came out, you went and bought it.
And there's really no excuse for the digital demos to not be out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
If they were
all
getting
you're
it out
doing
in
is
a
portioning
physical
out a piece of
medium,
your game.
like if they were actually able to get it out like that in a physical medium, and now we have Xbox Live, and so much of their content
Mhm.
is digital. There's no fucking reason for there not to be demos for most of the games, you know? So it's like,
Exactly.
at this point, GameStop isn't serving a purpose except for to scoop up profits, you know?
Mhm.
Uh, one
And
of the
and that's the whole
things.
thing is like they're like, we want to run GameStop out of business, so we're going to make our games one use only. Well, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is provide a service that makes people want to buy games from you rather than GameStop.
All you gotta do is pull in iTunes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Make it
iTunes
more
saved.
convenient.
iTunes saved the music market
Oh,
because if it
Absolutely.
wasn't there, it was just dead. You know,
Mhm.
MP3s just download them like crap. But hey, they're organized, they're cheap, they're easily recoverable, all that stuff. I mean, uh, I do like physical copies of games though. I don't know,
I don't
something
know.
about buying the box
I
that I
don't miss
like.
the box. See, and maybe that's just because you grew up more with boxes being an important thing. It came with a
Eh,
pamphlet. Well,
yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like when you
64
bought a,
didn't.
well, when you bought a box, it came with a pamphlet that you read, and it had a lot of cool things in it. Told you about the story, the controls, the
Mhm.
everything. And then now you get a pamphlet from an Xbox 360, and it's like, put disc in game, play the
Yeah,
tutorial,
if that.
stop reading this, you know, and so honestly, I don't miss having physical copies. I love having everything on Steam. I have everything saved to the Steam cloud, so I don't have to
Mhm.
worry about where my game files are
Yeah,
all saved
I
in
mean,
the
even
random
on my
locations on
Xbox,
my
I just
computer.
love the convenience of having, like, I'll just start my Xbox and I never have to
Mhm.
order one. It's always been there on my Xbox.
But
Mhm.
it's still a necessity because if we have the next gen system, it's going to be using the full capacity of the Blu-ray disc. And like, yeah, 40 gigs may not sound like a lot. I mean, yeah, it's a lot, but you buy 5 games, that's 200 gigs. Unless they're going to be coming with like a 2 terabyte drive in them, which is going to drive the price up, then like you still need physical copies.
No, I do agree with you. If they're gonna run that hard, if they're gonna run the discs on Blu-ray, they're gonna need physical copies for them to run like that. Unless there's just a boom, and like you said, they're running really expensive hardware, then physical copies are still gonna have to be necessary for a little while
Mhm.
longer.
Well, like right now, they're running into issues with the Blu-ray. If you like got Battlefield 3, with the DVDs that we have right now for Xbox, uh, you actually have to install like 9 gigs worth of texture packs
Yeah.
if you want it to look good on the Xbox.
Mhm.
And the other thing, there's one thing about the Xbox that I absolutely hate, and this is the reason why. I don't actually own a PS3 or an Xbox right now. I sold them both. Um, so if you get Netflix and you're paying for Netflix, you cannot watch it on your Xbox unless you also pay them for Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Xbox Live is the biggest.
Nah, man, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, it sucks. It does suck. But listen to this. It's
It's
like
pointless.
HBO Go. Like, let's say you want to watch HBO Go. HBO has a service where you can stream their shows. Okay. So let's say HBO Go. That's awesome. I have an iPad. I want to watch HBO Go. So you go looking for HBO Go. Well, you can't get HBO Go unless you're paying a cable provider for
HBO
a
Go.
package that has HBO in it. Then you turn around and you pay HBO for HBO Go, and it has to prove by your cable provider that you even are allowed to have HBO Go. So you're paying for a cable service that includes HBO, that you're paying for a whole bunch of other stuff that you don't want to watch because
Hmm.
this is what it takes. If I want HBO Go on my iPad, then I have to pay a cable company probably 50 times what it would cost to just pay for HBO's channel, right? Because of
Mhm.
all the other shit that's on that. And then also pay for HBO Go and hope that my cable provider is one of the people that supports HBO Go in the first place. Like, would
Oh, yeah.
HBO not make more money if they just offered HBO Go to people who wanted it?
Yeah. The
You know,
thing is,
and I mean,
too,
think about
it's,
it. Like, Xbox makes you think that, if you want to have the ultimate gaming experience, you have to pay $50 a year, which, I mean, is honestly not that much, but it's still a lot compared to, say, Steam. And you have to pay $50 a year to be able to play with your friends, access a ton of online content, and really just have a lot of fun with it. But Steam, it's free.
it's a
You know,
PS3 too.
everything is free. You know, and they still make shit tons of money. Why? Because they monetize in things that don't limit your gameplay, but still, but makes you feel like you're getting something special for the amount of money you're paying.
Yeah, so like when I bought Call of Duty and the new Call of Duty, and I really like Call of Duty. I didn't have any time that month. I started school, and um, I, so I paid for a month of Xbox Live. I didn't play it one time that whole month, and I'm like, I just wasted $7 for a game I didn't play, and that's the only thing I want to do is play it online. And you know, for me, it's always been back and forth between PS3. I love Xbox. If it wasn't for Xbox Live, I'd be fine. Xbox has screwed me over on so many occasions that I do hate them. They just for the pros and cons, I say that Xbox is very much community oriented. If you want to stuff you can't do on a PS3 that you can do on Xbox would be like chat with someone, just like have a conversation
Yeah.
with your mic. You can't do that on the PS3. I'm like, what the fuck?
You can't do it on the Xbox either.
No, you can do it on the Xbox.
Well, no,
yeah.
you can, but who would you want to talk to?
No, I talk to people
Dude,
all
I
the
do it
time.
all the time.
If you're playing other games, I'm playing some or non-online games. Someone else playing online.
Yeah,
I can chat
it's like
with
if
people.
you get dropped out of a game, if something goes wrong with a game server,
Mhm.
you're still on Xbox Live. You're not going to get dropped out of talking to the people. You can still be like, oh, hey, what happened? And still be talking to them. That's an important
Right.
thing.
Well, that happens. That happens whenever I'm playing on Steam too, because we're all
Yeah,
on
we're
Skype.
comparing to PS3 though. PS3 can't do any of that
Here's so you
shit.
can't do that. But so they have that. They have a really good setup. Everything is pretty much easy to use. But things I do not like about Xbox, you can sign up for Xbox Live on your credit card on your Xbox.
And fuck
But
that service because
if
they
you
will
want to get
charge
off of
you
it,
and charge you, and you
yes,
have to
over
beg
and
them
over.
to get you off.
The thing is that the first time I got rid of my Xbox and I didn't think of anything, they said they owed me $120, like for the last year, some crazy shit. And I'm like, well, did I have Xbox Live? And they're like, no. I'm like, so you're charging me even though you didn't give me the service, and I didn't ever say I wanted to pay it. And the other thing is right now, what I had to do that month, this is the reason I sold my Xbox. After that month, I'm like, I don't want to have it in there anymore. So I go on the Xbox and I realize, oh, well, I can't take my card off the Xbox. So I get on the computer and I do it with my computer to take my account off the Xbox. Guess what? I can't do it on the computer. I have to call them to tell them not to recurring billing my shit. And then I'm just like, you know what? I'm fucking done.
And that's not even as bad as what happened to my friend, because it was like...
I lost that account.
Yeah,
I
he
never
lost
got
an
that
account too.
back. Yeah.
What happened was he had he got rid of his Xbox, or his Xbox died, and it was still recurring billing him. But he had his credit card. He canceled his account and went to a different bank. He had his debit card canceled and went to a different bank. So that bank account couldn't be charged at all anymore. So
Right.
then, like 6 months later or something, maybe a year later actually, he got a new Xbox, went to use that account, and he couldn't use it. They're like, yeah, you owe us $100 whatever dollars. And he was like, okay, well, what for? And they're like, because we were trying to charge you for Xbox Live. He's like, okay, well, did you give me Xbox Live during that time period? Like, if I logged on, could I be on Xbox Live during that time period? And they're like, well, no. He was like, why not? And they're like, well, we couldn't get the money from you. And he's like, so there was no service to me, and you gave me a service, so why do I owe you money? And they're like, because you're on a contract. And he was like, bullshit, I don't owe you any money. And they were like, if you want to use your account again, you'll pay us that much money. And he was like, fuck you.
That's exactly me, man. That's
Because
exactly what happened to me.
they couldn't take the money from him because he didn't owe him money, so they held his account ransom. So he said,
Yeah.
fuck you, I'll just make a new account.
That's what happened to mine too, because I had canceled my card right afterwards.
Yep.
And it's just crap. And the things I like about PS3 is free everything. Everything's free. If I get Netflix, oh hey, I don't have to pay. Because the thing is too, it's like, where does Xbox get off saying it's like the Netflix program? All it needs to run is the internet, and it already has that, and it's not even part of the Xbox. It's plugged into the back. So I'm gonna get a PS3 just because shit's free, and I do like the Xbox a bit better, just as a system. But I've had enough with Microsoft and Xbox.
Yeah, the only thing that I would say to defend it against that is it's possible that the overhead for Xbox Live is the line between being hacked for a month and a half and not being hacked for a month and a half.
Yeah, that is true. But Anonymous did only target Sony.
Yeah.
But yeah, that probably did suck. I didn't have one then, but I don't really like
That
PS3.
happened.
It's kind of half
It happened
retarded.
immediately after I had gotten my PSP Go and I wanted to get Final Fantasy on it.
Oh, dude, that sucks because it was the Go one. That's the
It
only
was
one
a
to
Go.
download one.
My Go was worthless.
You could only download games. That sucks,
Not
dude.
only that, but then also then they were like, just the whole Go thing was a complete disaster. And like
Yeah,
everyone
it
just, they
was.
started taking the Go's off the shelves. I was like, wow, I really wasted money. On top of that, when I got my Go, I actually was mad at Sony because of this. So they give you 2 free games, okay? So the way that you get those 2 free games that came with the Go was you put in an email address, then they send a link to that email address, and then you click the link, and then it lets you go from that link to a code, and that code goes into the shop, and you get the free games. And I accidentally put an underscore where I wasn't supposed to put an underscore in my email, so I gave them the wrong email to start with, and I immediately called customer service. I was like, hey, I just now put this email in, I meant this email, I need to get those free games. Can you just cancel the codes that went to that email and generate 2 new codes and send them to this email, because those aren't going to get used. It was just the wrong email. They're like, no. What do you mean,
That
no?
sucks.
And they were just like, no, we can't do that. I was like, then what are you working for? What is your job?
Mm.
If you can't help me with something as simple as like, just generate codes for me, just go, because that's what just happened,
Or they didn't even have to generate the new code. They just had to resend the email.
Yeah, it's like, that these codes haven't been used yet. You can just resend the email to me, It's not like
Right.
I can use the same codes more than once.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Although I do have to say on that, this sucks for the Go, but for the PS3, I really did like the way they handled that. Hey, it's like, hey, we fucked up. Here's some free shit. And
Yeah.
what's cool was if I go get a PS3 and I get my account on there, I can just re-download Infamous and Little Big Planet and like 3 arcade games because they're like on my account, which is just, I don't know. They did a decent job. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't think they could have done much better.
They could have gotten
They
not
did.
hacked the second time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they did handle it well.
that is true.
Some people were like, hey, if you're a PS3 fan, you most likely have almost all of these games anyway,
Right.
which was true because
True.
I already owned
Oh, this crap.
the ones they offered me, so I was like, well,
Yeah.
thanks, Sony. You could just give me a $20 gift card for your shop, and I would go pick out my own game.
And all the stuff in that PlayStation Plus store, like, what happened was it was free because I got PlayStation Plus for a month, you're free, but all that shit you couldn't use it if you don't have PlayStation Plus, you can't use it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was so pissy. But I mean, they did an alright job for, I don't know.
What was really, really bad was Portal 2 came out and then it went down. So it was like, the special thing about getting Portal 2, why they supported the PS3 this time, like Valve has been pro Xbox until they came out with Portal 2, and they were really pro PS3.
Mm-hmm.
They were pro PS3 was because of this PS3 plus Steam integration, where you could get a digital copy for your PC for free whenever you
Oh,
redeem the
cool.
code on the PS3, right? So as soon as Portal 2 comes out, the PS3, PSN goes down. So nobody who got the Portal 2 got their digital copy or could play
Oh.
co-op online or anything.
That
Wow.
sucks.
So everybody who decided to buy it on PS3 got fucked.
See,
That
and
sucks.
that's what I wish, cause I bought Modern Warfare for the Xbox, and I was like, oh, I'll play it on Xbox Live. I have yet to, I bought that thing like 4 months ago, and I've yet to even get gold, just because it's so much of a hassle to get gold.
Yeah, I used to just get
and then-
cards. Well, you guys know where I did get my Xbox Live cards for a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
We have this store that sells discontinued crap called King Dollar, and they were selling this game called Universe at War for PC for
Universe at War.
$1. Do you know that game? It's a
It
game
sounds
it's
terrible.
it's a terrible game. It's like a real-time strategy. It's for Xbox and also computer. But I'm like, this game's $1. It looks like it sucks ass, but I'm gonna get it. Anyways, I opened it up. It had a free month of prepaid month of Xbox Live. I'm like, holy fucking shit, this thing was $1. So I went back and bought like 30 of them, and I had like free Xbox Live for like 3 years. I gave it all away.
Oh, that's
Like,
great.
I was so pissed. I gave it all away. Because people would be like, I don't want to get Xbox Live. Here, bitch. Here's a month.
You should have gone on eBay and resold them for like $5 a piece.
Exactly.
Those games sucked. It was terrible. I think I installed it once. It was all laggy and shitty, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you. I just had like this giant stack of like empty cases, a little piece of paper in it. It said, here's the free month.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that would have been so great if you like went and bought them. Okay, so let's say you spend $30 on having 30 of them, right?
Yeah.
You just turn it around and sell them for $5 a piece, and
On
make like
eBay?
$150 on eBay.
Shit, I should have done that. I could have done like a digital. Oh, I just sent him an email with a code. Here's your shit. Give me my money. Yeah. What a
You're like
Take
the-
that 150, and then you buy 150 copies of that game. Turn it around, multiply it times 5.
You're just like an Xbox Gold drug dealer.
Yeah. What you want, man? What you
Like,
want?
I got a fix on the system, man. I got a
Us-
fix on the market.
I'll stand on the corner with a trench coat and I'll open it up. Xbox Live cards, like straight up and down.
Oh,
Pink
man.
bitch, this one's got diamonds. For the roll-ups.
It's like, I got a month, I got 3 months, how much you want?
First one's always free.
You sound like Microsoft.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I know.
I love that when you set up your account on Microsoft and it's like, hey, do you want to get gold? I'm like, no, fuck you, silver. Are you sure you really want to get silver?
Like,
Yes,
the
okay,
good
I'll do
stuff's
silver.
cheap for the
It's
first
like,
time.
and then then you're like, okay, yes, I really, really want to get silver. And then next page, hey, you get a free month of gold.
Dude, that's true. That's so true.
You can do it like 8 times, I think. I've blown all mine out.
Yeah, you can just keep telling them no, and they're like, you know what, fuck it, just take it.
Here, just have whatever. And
See
you
what
get
you're
something
missing.
called like Snake Ear Boss, or you know those Xbox Live names. It's
That's so
always
funny, it's like
Art.
Virtuous Priest.
virtuous. They're like smelliest. It's always ist or something. Just 2 combinations of words.
It's just like adjective noun.
Yeah. Uh, no, the thing I frustrated with
So
too.
so if everyone starts seeing Dark Solstice 99 1 and 1 1 and 1 1 1 1, you'll know that's me getting free Xbox
Yeah.
Gold.
It's like every month. Well, I guess I lose my gamer score. Oh well.
It's not like it really mattered to me anyways.
I remember the other thing I got frustrated with when I ended up getting rid of my Xbox. I really like Modern Warfare. 3 days before I saw the first hack. And then I'm just like, fuck it. I'm so done. So done. Like the names had all kinds of like buttons in them and shit. And I'm like, oh my god.
It's like playing Tony Hawk's American Wasteland back in the day.
That game was so hackable. You could like fly around. Not fly, but you could climb like infinite staircases and shit.
Air shuffle and go through corners.
There is
Yeah, it took-
it's a game that had actual guns you could shoot through walls and you're supposed to. Y'all know what it is?
Hmm.
This thing, y'all probably played it. 64. Think about
Probably
it.
not.
Y'all played
no.
Perfect Dark?
I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Oh my god, they had this alien gun and you could see through walls and it was heat sinking. It was freaking awesome. It was a one-hit kill. Like
What I love about Battlefield is like people think they're so sneaky because when you lay prone and you back into a corner, you'll actually like only your shoulders will register against the walls, right? So you can back up all the way into your shoulders, basically into the wall.
And then on the other side of the wall, you stab him in the butt.
Exactly. And the little feet are sticking out, so I'll just sit there and shoot the crap out of their feet and they'll die.
That's freaking great.
It's amazing. Like my favorite Battlefield kill I did was I was driving a Jeep around and these guys had, I guess, crashed a Jeep into a little enclave of rocks. And I was like, oh, I want to run them over with my Jeep. So I jumped my Jeep off the rocks above them and then dropped my Jeep right on top of their Jeep, and their Jeep exploded, and I got a double kill. I was like, yes! I murdered you with my Jeep from the air.
Are you guys looking forward to Halo 4?
I haven't
Or
decided.
dreading?
I'm looking forward to it because it may be like Halo 3.
Yeah, I'm more of a... I mean, I love multiplayer, but... I didn't play Reach because I played Reach and I played ODST and I absolutely hated the storyline. It's like, seriously, I don't even have a name. This is bullshit. It's like, oh, it's so cool to like go through an entire game without speaking and then like not have anything to do with anything. Like, I just want Master Chief back. I want to be a badass. That's all I want. I don't know where they came up with this anonymous idea of your anonymous soldier. I think that's really lame.
Silent protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really care for that either.
It
It's
works
not...
in some
Well-
cases. I didn't think it really made it any better for a Halo game.
No,
Yeah.
not especially when you're so used to being associated with Master Chief. I mean, if you had been anonymous soldier from the very beginning, then it would be fine, because that's what you're used to being. I mean, that's what you're used to being in all of the Battlefield or Call of Duty games. I mean, even though they give you a
No,
name.
I disagree that it could have been okay because Brink was shit.
I love
Was it
Brink.
the same thing?
Brink is terrible.
Okay,
You're
I mean, it's
you're
terrible
no,
for
no,
storyline.
you're terrible, Alex.
For storyline, yeah, the Brink is terrible as a storyline.
Yeah, it is terrible for
But I
storyline.
don't
It's
play
also
it-
terrible because you can't play split screen.
Oh, well, that's just because you have an Xbox. That's just why you're mad.
What, do you play split screen on your PC?
No, but I don't want to play split screen on my PC. It's my screen.
All right,
You
hey,
can go
I'll
get
take,
your own
I'll
screen.
take WSD. I'll take backspace.
But seriously,
Move over.
like, the entirety of trying to play like
Take backspace.
what was considered the storyline of Brink was just like I couldn't bring myself to give a fuck about anything going on in it.
Yeah, I mean, so did I. But again, like I said, I don't play first-person shooters for the story mode. You know,
Oh my God.
I didn't buy Battlefield 3 because I wanted to play the story. I didn't buy Modern Warfare 3 because I wanted the story. I wanted the multiplayer, play, and that's exactly what Brink did, and Brink does it well. I mean, the shooting is fun, the whole parkour mechanic. It's a little weird, but I think it's fun. You know.
I have to
The only
say
problem was I thought that there was going to be so much customization in Brink, and it was like
Yeah.
after maybe 5 hours of playing, I'd unlocked over half of the stuff, and I was like, this
Yeah,
game-
because most of it you unlock through the challenges. You don't even unlock them really.
And
through
so I was like, well, once I have these all
gameplay.
unlocked, and I start playing multiplayer, which there isn't like a ranking system nearly as intricate or worth doing. That's like Call of Duty or like Halo.
hmm
So
Oh,
all
God,
I'm gonna
what?
do is the same thing over and over, and I'm not gonna be unlocking anything, and I'm not gonna be ranking up. Why do I want to do it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, once
honestly
you
though,
get
I liked the way they displayed the customization on the guns though. It's the one thing that I've always had
Sure.
a discrepancy between Modern Warfare and Battlefield 3. Is like Modern Warfare, you get these cool attachments, right? But you really can't see them on your gun, and they don't have a physical effect on your gun other than changing the stats of the gun. You really can't tell much of a difference in the way they fire. And then you go to Battlefield 3 and you get like the suppressor or the silencer, and you can feel like when you fire the gun with and without the suppressor, you can feel the physical effect on the gun. You can tell that your bullets are dropping much more rapidly than before, but it doesn't give you the stats. You can't look at how much of my range does the suppressor really cut out of my gun.
Yeah. But
Is
the
it going
thing
to cut out
too-
like 10 feet, which is not that big of a deal, or is it cutting out like 10 meters, which is a crazy amount of distance?
The thing is too though that Modern Warfare and Battlefield are really two different games. Like
Yeah,
completely.
but what I'm
But-
saying is
Whoa,
like
whoa,
on Brink,
Are you
you
saying
would
they're
put
two
the
different? They're not the same game?
yeah, I know.
No, I mean like they're not the same category.
Well, but like on Brink, you would put
people
on
are like, oh, am I gonna get Modern Warfare or Battlefield? It's not like they're like the same type of game. One has vehicles and it's team oriented. The other one's a one-person shooter basically.
Yeah. Well, but like on Brink, you would get the suppressor for your gun, and it would the bullet mechanics would change, but then also it would tell you, oh look, it takes this much longer to take your gun out, and you lose this much range, but you increase your firepower by this much, and so it
So
kind of
that
had the
was
best
the
of both.
only good thing in my opinion about Brink, other than
Yeah.
like the shooting mechanic. You
And the
know what sucked
parkour.
about?
I liked the parkour.
Well, yeah, and you know what sucked about Brink? They've taken the command post. Take it back, brothers.
Oh yeah.
We've lost the command post. They've taken a command post. Take it back. They've
It's like
taken a
Halo
command
2,
post.
Oh,
man.
it does that in Battlefield 3. Oh
Well,
my gosh, because people can call out things, right? So like you'll always hear, "Oh man, there's a motherfucking Jeep in the AO or in the AO," you know. "Oh no, there's a Jeep. Who let the Jeep through? Oh my gosh, there's a Jeep. OMG, there's a Jeep. Look, a Jeep, a Jeep, a Jeep." It's like, "Oh my god, I know it's there."
Well,
Because
I do
everybody is calling it out.
Yeah, it was really bad back. I remember if y'all remember Halo 2. It's like lost the lead, gained the lost the lead. You know what I mean? You play on the same computer and it's telling everybody. I mean the same team.
I loved it when it was slower though, because you'd be playing like Halo 3, gained the lead, lost the lead,
Gained
gained
lost,
the lead,
gained the
lost
lost.
the lead, gained the lead. It was just do
I
it
don't know.
slower.
You know how people thought they could run faster with a flag if they constantly threw it on the ground and picked it up? It was so fucking annoying. It's like, they have the flag, they don't have the flag, they don't have the flag.
Yes,
You know what
I
I'm
hated
talking
that.
about?
Yeah, I know what you're
And it was
talking
so
about.
stupid. It's like, oh, when you go faster. Bullshit. Prove it
Flag,
to me.
flag, drop,
Flag,
flag.
game, flag, drop, flag. It's like, wow, okay, come on, man. But here's a question for you guys. It's a little bit off topic. We were talking about Halo 4. Do y'all think... What did y'all think when they didn't just say like, hey, there's gonna be Halo 4, they're like, hey, there's gonna be a trilogy. I mean, what do y'all think about that?
I
I
think,
like it. There's some potential there.
yeah, but I think you also have to be careful because, I mean, you've already seen in a lot of games that just taking a popular title and making a game of it and not putting any care or, any work into making the game, all you're going to do is alienate everybody out of that game. You know?
So like, it's like they may, they're kind of saying we don't. I was excited to hear a trilogy. I just thought it's kind of ballsy because if you make Halo 4 and everyone freaking hates it, you're like, too bad, we're making Halo 5. It's already decided. You know?
George Lucasing this bitch.
Yeah. We're gonna re-release it in 10 years with special features that you don't want to see.
Really bad special features that are so
Exactly.
special features they're basically special ed features.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Deus Ex is $10 this weekend.
Oh, it is? Are you looking at your
Holy
Steam?
shit. Yeah, yeah.
Don't get on to me because I was looking at my Facebook.
Oh my god. Well, no, I just looked at cool because there was a game, and I forgot what it was called, and people were getting all pissed off about it because, like, they sold it. It was someone just made the game, and it was a piece of crap, and like it has the potential to be really good, but they sold it for $60. No one bought it, or people bought it, hated it, so no one bought it. Then they're like, okay, well, what if we make it 30% off? No one bought the game. Let's make it 60% off. No one bought the game. Let's 80% off. We'll make it free. Just take the game.
It's
It's
Then
like
we
no
gotta
one
get them
bought
out of the
it.
stores.
That's
It's
really
just-
great
God,
though
no
with
one
Steam
wants this
though.
game.
It works so good, you know.
God, I love Steam, dude.
Just like, hey, it's cheaper now because people aren't buying it, and then a shit ton of people buy it. It's a really, and the other thing about Steam, it costs them nothing. They're
Yeah,
not printing
exactly.
anything. It's zero. It's like zero work. The game's
It costs
done.
them bandwidth.
It's
Oh my
there.
God,
Yeah, that's
bandwidth.
it. Yeah, and it's just like, okay, here's ones and zeros. Give me $40. Okay, yeah, that's your ones and zeros now. You're good.
And that's what I'm waiting for with like Kingdoms of Amalur. I'm gonna wait 2 months, and it's gonna be on a weekend deal. It'll be there, and that's when
And
I'll get it
also,
when it's
speaking of waiting,
70% off.
another thing that I just didn't bring up is I'm just not fucking buying a Vita on principle. You know why I'm not buying a Vita? Because it's
racist?
because it's
Black.
$100 for a 32 gigabyte memory card.
What?
Oh.
It's not a joke.
No,
Like,
no,
it
no.
seriously is that much.
They're using a proprietary memory card.
Dude, fuck proprietary. I can get a terabyte for the $100.
Well, no, you can. There's two slots in it though. There's one that goes regular, mini, micro, whatever, and then there's another one that goes in it, and that's what the physical games are gonna be. But it has a normal one, and I just don't know which one you can save games to. or whatever.
But I mean, regardless of whether or not it's proprietary, that's ridiculous. Like, that's really absurd that they would just
That's
like
buy
they
a
have
scan disc
control
one.
over it.
Just buy a scan disc one. I don't think
But-
you need that. I don't
But
like. I
no,
don't
it doesn't. It doesn't accept regular like
Yeah,
sans disk or whatever.
Yeah, there's two slots. One's proprietary, one isn't.
I heard that there was only proprietary in it.
I don't know. That's what it said when I looked it up because I was thinking of getting one. The proprietary ones they're gonna sell physical copies of games, which I thought was kind of weird, but it's gonna be like DS games or whatever.
Yeah.
So that slot is actually for the physical games, but there's supposed to be a secondary one that you can put in. But I think they also sell the proprietary just data ones, which are fucking stupid. But
Oh wow, I'm pissed.
what?
Okay, so I wanted to use my Steam coupons I got for the Christmas thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't find them, so I figured they expired. And then I just saw a little notice. It's like, well, remember to use all your little coupons because they're gonna expire on March 1st, right? And I was like, March 1st, they're gonna expire. So I look back in my Steam and I click to the coupons thing because they updated it and moved coupons and games into two different things, and I never saw it. So I bought an Activision game that I could have got for 25% off that I didn't get.
You mad, bro?
See.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad. I'm upset. That was. Oh my god. I hate-
Okay, now this is another little thing. So there's this
you.
this big deal where there was this rivalry football game at high schools, and they got beat, and the other team held up this big sign that said "You mad, bro?" and they thought it was racist. And so on the news, right? On the news, they're reporting this, and they're like, "We looked up "You mad, bro" on Urban Dictionary, and it said." It said like, oh, it's an internet term when you know someone's mad. But the thing is, the news looked up the term on Urban Dictionary. That in itself is racist. What the shit? I mean,
I don't know if it's racist,
no, but you assume that the term is an urban term.
but that doesn't necessarily mean black.
I know where
Still.
you're coming from. Though. It's pretty
Come
funny.
on, you know what I mean. If they could just search what does "you mad bro" mean, and it's like a internet meme or whatever you say. Never mind.
Just a meme, not a meme.
It's a meme.
It's a meme.
Meme.
Lols. Oh, and Alex, you totally have a LOL problem. Like
I
anytime you
do.
text me, it's like, oh my god, my car just exploded. LOL.
I love
but-
that, dude.
But
I
but
think
when you think about
my
it,
ass is on fire. It's bleeding really bad. LOL.
but
Hey,
think
man,
about
what's
it.
up,
Think
LOL?
about it.
You
Think
have to
about when
chill
I
at my
talk
house,
to you.
LOL.
Like think about when I talk to you. I'm like, oh, dude, that guy just got run over by a car, and I'm laughing. I
No,
do. I
but
always
you
laugh.
added in the sentences that aren't like funny. Like, okay, I'll be on for the podcast later. LOL.
Well, because I'm laughing when I
Talk to
say
you
it.
later, LOL.
Like I say laugh all the time. That's why I say LOL.
I
Because
know.
I always laugh.
It's a condition.
It is a condition.
It's like, hey man, I heard your grandpa's not doing so well, LOL.
Like, I
Dude,
would
my
say that.
condolences, LOL.
I would say that. And
It's like
I,
on Facebook, and you don't do this, but on Facebook, like this was on a Family Guy, and she's like, "Oh, my grandmother passed away after suffering for several days," and then somebody just likes it. I was like, she's trying to be supportive, but she doesn't understand the terms of like.
I've wanted a way to express that confusion before. It's like someone posts about their shitty day, and it's like, I hate whenever I have shitty days. It's like, yeah, me too. Like,
me too, like.
Have you ever guys just been like assholes and like one of your friends is like, man, this is the worst day ever, and you're like,
Mm,
yep.
you. And there's all these little posts. Oh, 10 million people to say dislike. Like,
Oh my god.
oh, it reminds me when 10 million people dislike. Have y'all been watching YouTube a lot? Like been browsing it and stuff?
Oh, what is YouTube?
What is YouTube? Well, no. Like, cause I watch YouTube all the time. Like, I don't watch TV anymore because I just watch TV on YouTube. Basically.
Is that a channel on TV?
Yeah,
I know there's
YouTube.
boob tube, but that's all porn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
red. Is
we'll
it
link
is
that
it
in the
like red
description.
too?
We'll link that in the
Does
description.
it have a redhead category?
A redhead category? I think it does actually. It might. No, but like, what do y'all think of the Megan Speaks and the response video girls? What do you think of them?
I haven't seen any of that.
You
I don't know
haven't?
what that is.
Well, basically, YouTube is all in up in arms because on all the videos that get popular, there are these girls that are, they're kind of attractive, not really, and they'll post a response video with basically colon and then the title of the video, and they'll post that as a video response, and they'll be wearing these low cut shirts, and they'll just basically go, well, I watched the video, and in the video, the guy, he went and he played this game and blah 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 blah, and then they're just like talking out their ass basically, and that's it. That's all they do, and they get like 50,000 views because people stupidly click on them, and then they're monetizing on the videos, and they're getting like shit tons of money. Maybe not shit tons, but a lot of money for content other people actually work hard to put out.
Yeah, it's
And
like Rick
people are
rolling.
pissed off. Yeah, and it's like people only click on it because they have boobs.
Hey, Anonymous, could you, deal with that shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anonymous just. Well, no, I don't want Anonymous to hack them. I want Anonymous to kill them.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting at. If Anonymous has the resources and the following that he can just fucking attack Sony, could you just, bitch slap these chicks
Oh, okay,
in a
wait.
cyber way?
Wait. Okay, I got a story I saw on Yahoo today that I fully read. Okay, so
That you
know
fully
those,
read.
Yeah,
Most of them I don't
yeah.
really read.
Yeah, I don't. I read like a paragraph. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. And then it's like this. Those Nigerian scams of like, ooh, I have a Nigerian bank or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Well, they
Oh,
had a
Nigerian
really
scams.
stupid story about some chick that worked there that didn't know they were stealing, and then so she just jacked all the Nigerian shit money and like left, and then she got her ass sued. But that wasn't as funny as the other one. These guys, and they're called 401 pranksters or something.
Dude, I heard about this on Rooster Teeth podcast.
Oh, it's like they got the Nigerian guy to go all over the country of Chad when they're having a war, and he had to go to Western Unions. Well, they were telling him like, oh, well, you got to get this. We're sending you Western Union. Like, oh, making him think that you're falling for it. But he had to carry around this piece of paper that said some anti-Muslim stuff and stuff about George W. Bush being awesome, and he had to like hand it to him and tell him he was gonna rob him.
What?
So he didn't speak English, so they said, print out this thing and give it to people. And it said, I'm gonna fucking rob you, you Muslim bastard or something. And he goes to Western Union in Chad, and he's like fucked up. This guy that's trying, this emails that are annoying as shit, like, ooh, this king wants to get your money.
Oh, they basically just trolled him.
Yeah, they
They
trolled
didn't
him.
troll him. They just fucking destroyed him.
He went all over the country doing this.
Wow.
And I don't know, going around trying to get the money, they just troll the living shit out of him in real life. Like, physically making you move troll is pretty epic. But while we're on that, I have two things I just thought of. If anyone calls you and they are a telemarketer, they can't hang up. So you can just say, oh my god, I really want to buy that. Just a second, and just set your phone on the table for a couple of hours.
I've totally done that.
And then there's another one I used to do that you can't really do with cell phones as well. You kind of do, but you can actually play Mary Had a Little Lamb with the keys. So you get like 4, 5, 6. You can go beep boop 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 beep beep beep, and I'd be like, hey, and they're like, would you like to donate to blah blah blah? I'm like, check it out, Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I'd be like, boop boop, and they'd be like, hello, and like, check it out, this is the 5 button, boop. Because if they hang up, because someone that worked, one of my friends that worked for MCI back when they used to like call people to tell them to change their telephone service, he says they have to get a manager approval to hang up the phone, because you're supposed to keep them on the phone and make them buy stuff. So do that, leave it on.
I used to do this thing that was like, I'd pick up the phone if it was a telemarketer, my whole family would just get in on it because we're all just like, love screwing with people. So it'd be like, they'd be like, yes, I was wondering if you were interested in getting our service, blah blah blah, and I'd be like, yeah, hang on a second, just a second, yeah, I'll get the on the phone. Okay, thanks. And then I'd walk off. And then like 5 minutes later, I tell my dad, okay, it's your turn. So I pick up and say, hello, who is this? And so they'd go through their pitch again and be like, oh, hang on a second, I gotta get so and so, and set down the phone. 5 minutes later, my mom would go up and pick up the phone and be like, yes, hello, who is this? Let them do their pitch again and be like, hang on a second. No, I'll get them. Set the phone down. Like 5 minutes later, my sister would come up, and we would just pass the phone around like every now and then we just pick it back up and be like, oh no, I'll go get them, and they couldn't do anything about it.
That's great.
And we made them do their pitch like 15 times.
The most I made a random person I don't know laugh was when I was at Walmart and I was checking out at one of those little automated machines. And you know how it's always like, thank you for shopping at Walmart. And I'd be like,
fucking stopping at Walmart.
and like, anyways, I was like, you're welcome, creepy ass computer. And then I start walking out. This this black girl is just laughing her ass off. I'm like, oh, sorry.
The little computer like, you won't want to get fucking high?
You won't get high? Ring a towel.
Wow. I'm pretty sure y'all haven't really been keeping up with the political debates, have you?
Please,
no,
no.
not really.
Okay, no. I want to get your opinion on this guy. Okay, so he's either completely insane and has lost all sensibilities entirely, or he is like one of the biggest political trolls in the entire world.
Ron Paul?
No. There's a guy named Vermin Supreme, okay? And this guy will go, in New Hampshire, it says the Institute of Politics at St. Anselm College holds a forum for lesser-known presidential candidates where any kook with the prerequisite of $1,000 can appear on the state's presidential primary ballot and can suggest afterlife orbs, free ponies, and good dental hygiene as solutions to the nation's problems. So basically, this guy got on C-SPAN, and he's like, oh yes, my name's Vermin Supreme, and I'm still supporting the free
Vermin
ponies.
Supreme.
Yeah, I'm still
It's a
supporting.
Magic the Gathering card.
Is it really?
No.
The
Oh,
problem
That's
with
hilarious.
No, he's like, and I support free ponies for Americans, and every American should have a free pony, and you have to take it's gonna build 100 million jobs because people need people to take care of their ponies, and it'll spur the pony identification system where you need to have your pony with you at all times, otherwise you'll get arrested. And then
Obvious troll.
Well, but it's just so funny because he wears a mudding boot on his head. He has like a 6-inch scruffy like wizard beard. He wears 6 ties.
I'll vote for him.
He glitter bombed who was it? He glitter bombed one of the candidates, or
Is it
Randall
old?
Terry. He glitter bombed him on C-SPAN.
Fuck it, I'll vote for him. America!
Hell yeah, I want a fucking pony.
Like he goes, the founders
I
gave us
want a
the
pony.
He says the founders gave us the 10th Amendment to prevent the federal government from micromanaging the vast majority of details that would affect us as a country. However, they could never have conceived a moment in which we would become so debauched that we would evaluate homosexual marriage and civil unions at the level of marriage. So, I don't know. Wait, no. Oh, wait, no. I was reading the wrong one. Basically, he just goes on about like how we need a secret dental police that are gonna keeps the nation having like amazing smiles and perfect teeth because that's how we're gonna win the war.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm totally voting
Maybe
for him.
he's just addicted to fucking meth.
Yeah, I think he
Dude,
might
it's
be
awesome.
insane.
Y'all need to go watch the video. It's amazing.
What's his name? Something Supreme? Taco
Vermin
Supreme?
Supreme.
Vermin Supreme.
Vermin
Now-
Supreme.
Would be really cool if they said that on his birth certificate. Like he didn't change his name. It's just his name.
His
It's like,
his
oh man,
platform,
his mom had a really bad sense of humor.
his
And she married a dude named Supreme.
it says his platform includes the dental hygiene law, flying monkey public safety assurance program, and the time travel research funding.
That's awesome. Though it's like that guy, the rent is too damn high guy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
only on crack.
Well, but see,
Yeah.
that's the thing is like
Maxwell.
the thing is like I just wonder is he completely insane and out of his mind, or is he just trolling the entire
Guys,
United
yeah,
States
that's to be-
government?
I don't know. I need to see him in action, but I'm betting on trolling.
Is he
if
brilliant
he's-
or is he just insane? That's
but
what I
if
want to know.
if he seems insane, like maybe he's just straight up insane, and then I'll vote for him. Cause I want a pony.
I want to.
Yeah, Alex, I was afraid you were gonna start trying to like talk about Ron Paul,
No.
and this podcast was gonna just fucking take it.
There was gonna be, but
Like
have
it
you guys
hasn't.
have you guys watched the bad lip reading?
I love the bad lip sync.
Oh,
my
have you
God.
seen him? Have you seen him, Bob?
Hey Bob. Bob. See, we're taking the YouTube.
hello.
We're taking the YouTube turn.
Yes,
We're
you
taking
need
the YouTube turn.
to see it. You know, Rick Perry, how he went into he did that really controversial commercial about, oh, if there's gays in the military, they need to be out and all that stuff, and he's like, we need Christians in the school making us pray. It was like they redid this, they do this thing, so if you lip read somebody, if you're blind, if you're deaf, if you're blind, if you're deaf, you know that when someone says something, it could be like 3 words. So what they do is they pick weird words, so they make them say like really fucked up shit, but it looks exactly like that's what they're saying. And like that commercial, Rick Perry, I think I have it all the way memorized. He's like, "Shoo, that movie sucked." Like, he's like, Seth Rogen played a big red duck, and and I can't remember the next part, but then he goes, he gets his hands in front of him, and he's like, "I'll fight a chicken. I'll fight a I'll fight a chicken with hands, real chicken."
And it's so funny because it looks like he's saying, like it legitimately looks like he's saying.
I want to see this video.
Yeah, you know, John. When we end the podcast, we'll go. Oh, John laughed till he cried about the Herman Cain one. That Herman Cain was fucking great.
Herman Cain was hilarious.
I'll fight a chicken.
I'll fight a chicken with hands. No, I'll fight a chicken with hands. A real chicken.
I saw a bad lip
Especially
reading
when
of
it's
Rebecca
laced
Black's
with,
Friday. That was really funny.
This is way
Tiger
better.
DNA.
It's like 1,000 times better. Like,
It is.
yeah, it's because there's no songs. The ones with songs, they're okay, but oh my, they did one for every single Republican candidate.
It's pretty funny.
And I think they did a song for Obama. I don't remember.
Yeah, they did one with Obama.
That wasn't as good though. It's better. It's like they actually take their he took their commercials, their whatever commercials, and did them.
Yeah, they're like propaganda commercials.
And at the end of the Ron Paul one, he hits this bell. He hits the bell and he goes, "Free bananas."
That's good.
Oh god. Okay, I think we should end it since we've been going for like 3 hours, and I really want
Yeah,
to show.
we've been going on for 3 hours and 5 minutes. 6 minutes!
Oh man.
Really?
Yeah!
I was just a guesstimate.
3 hours and 6 minutes.
But
No.
I think this is a good time to stop because I really want Bob to see this now.
Yeah,
Oh my
well,
God,
no. It's kind of funny because it's like, yeah, all the gaming parties devolve whenever it's like we're talking about YouTube and watching YouTube, and it's like the podcast. Oh, dude, you see this video on YouTube?
Alright guys, well that's all we got for you. Now we're gonna go to YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch YouTube.
Maybe that should be our new staple. When we get to YouTube, that's the end of the
That's the
pod.
end of the podcast. It's gonna
You
be
always
like,
know.
dude, if we went back and put all the links that we talked about in this thing, there would be like a whole page of
Yeah,
links.
a lot of them.
Just like at the end of this video, in the
man.
descriptions. It's like links. Now the question I have to ask is, what game should I play in the background while we're doing this, or should I just do a static picture again?
I told you need to play Minecraft.
Minecraft? I don't know how to play Minecraft. I don't have it. I don't have Minecraft.
Why don't you just do a looping picture of like My Little Pony or something?
No,
Yeah,
'cause
just
for
play
3
that.
hours.
Yeah, that'd be good. Have you
Well,
seen
see,
that?
the thing is, like, I want to do a static picture because who watches a podcast? But then, like, I don't want to do a static picture. But then if I put like actual gameplay from a game for 3 hours,
Oh, it's
do you
gonna take a
know
long
how
time.
big that file is gonna be?
Just do a slideshow of all the stuff we talk about. So just remember the games we did, and we'll do a slideshow.
Yeah,
Like,
just listen to it, and then every time there's a topic, just Google that topic, find a picture, bam.
yeah, like WoW, whatever.
But that means I have to listen to 3 hours of us talking about crap. I already had to listen to it once.
You're the host.
I'm the host.
Host with the most. Bing bong.
It's true though. It's true.
Yep, that's totally true. Yep.
It's entirely true. Yep. Okay, that's it. We're done.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's all we got.
That's it. I'm done talking.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too.
I'm gonna
But
go
we're
and
talking.
not talk to y'all for like a month. I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, basically
Alright.
that's what we do after a podcast, right?
Yeah. The Nerd Hub Radio. We're done. We're closed. We're closed.
Yes.
Bye.
Business hours are over.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, sign us out, man.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
That's it. It's just bye. Okay. This is the Nerd Hub Radio, and
Can you find us on Facebook?
damn it. Yeah. Go to Facebook, the Nerd Hub Radio, at facebook.com, at Google Plus .gmail. And
Just
like
search
us on
for Nerd
Facebook.
Hub.
At ubook.gmail at facespace.net.
At CompuServe.com.
Oh my God.
Go to AOL.com and type in keywords. Alright, that's all we got.
Keyword CompuServe.
We need to do what like Rooster Teeth did. Every
Net
time we come up
zero,
with like a
man, net
stupid
zero.
URL, we need to go buy it. And we need to like own like all these URLs.
The Birdie is gay. Listen to Rooster Teeth podcast.
No, well listen to us first and then go listen to the Rooster Teeth
Yeah.
podcast. Like
They did
after
listen
us.
to us. This is the end of the show.
And then Rooster Teeth podcast, come listen to us.
Okay.
And then maybe you can learn how to be a good podcast. I'm just kidding. No, don't.
Oh,
They're gonna come
don't
to my
even.
house. Does that mean
They'll
I'm
shut
never
us
allowed?
down.
Yeah, they'll shut us down. Does that mean I'm never allowed to come see the Rooster Teeth?
We'll
Productions
never
facility?
own. It's like we'll
We're like-
never be able to hang on to our Nerd Hub Radio domain. They'll take it.
I know.
We
We'll
could get it on
No.
CompuServe.
We'll be buying tickets to the RTX, and they'll be like, "Do you
Dude.
work for a company? Yeah, Nerd Hub Radio. Oh my God, get out."
Speaking of
You
buying
can't buy
tickets for RTX, I bought a ticket for RTX.
I didn't. I did
Yeah.
not. I did not buy a ticket for RTX because I'm poor.
All right, well I won't see you there.
Nope.
Okay,
you
we
won't.
gotta wrap this up. What are we doing?
I'm poor. I'm poor. Okay.
Sword, Lord of Innistrad, $50.
That's
Boom.
more than I have right now. I don't have a job right now. I need a job.
I can sell one magic card. Be more rich than you.
No, because I got like 6,000 in the bank. So shut the fuck up.
Well, you heard it here, guys. Alex has 6,000 in the bank. Robert.
Yeah, in the bank from selling
Name's
drugs.
Alex Garza.
Hey,
Social
That's
Yeah,
not
Security.
even my
whoever
real
is-
name. That's not
whoever's
even
the
my real
first
name.
person that comments on this, he will send you your bank number.
I'll send you your bank number because
Yeah.
I have your bank number. And that way you can be like, yeah, that is my bank number.
And a carefully packaged AOL CD.
Yes. And if you are the third subscriber to say Cat Taco Lawnmowers, I'll send you Bob's address. You have to be the third person to say it. Otherwise you don't get
Okey-dokey.
Bob's address. And a cell phone number and social security number. You can be Bob for a day. Literally.
I think
Oh
we
my
lost
gosh.
Bob.
Did we lose him?
Yep.
Yeah, I just saw it's just like Bob logged on. I was like, what? We lost Bob, oh no!
Oh my god, I'm back.
So how much of that did you hear?
None of it, I guess.
That's a good way to stop it right there.
That's probably
What did I miss?
nothing. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen to the podcast.
Damn it.
Okay, so yeah, go like us on Facebook, the Nerd Hub Radio. You can email us at nerdhubradio@gmail.com, nerdhubradio@gmail.com, and you can give us topics for future shows, or you can give us games that you want us to do series about. We currently have 4 days that we can be posting videos on, so we have plenty of time. Better yet, give us the games, you know, like don't make us go buy them because we're poor and we don't have any money. And yeah, we'll do that.
6,000 in the bank.
Yeah, which I'm not gonna spend on any of you losers. Oh my god.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Fuck, I already
Up
spent like
there.
$1,500 on my computer and peripherals. I'm done spending money on this podcast. I'm done.
Alright.
Okay, we're done.
wrap it up.
We're out. We're gone.
Yep.
Bye.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.